What's going on, guys? So today I'm speaking with an old DL friend of mine named Richie. He's better known as Saliva to the DL community. So Saliva and I really go far back. Like regarding my personal DL history, uh, I met him probably months after starting DL Online in 2007. So we're talking like 16 years ago, which is just insane saying it out loud.
Yeah, it's insane.
It is 16 years. Wow. But anyways, the main areas of focus for this podcast will really be about our shared experiences. And we're going to hear a lot about Saliva's personal DL story, the history of our clan threads of life, and just general topics about the original server. So without further ado, Saliva, how's it going, man?
I'm doing very well, bro. How are you?
I'm doing good. Just trying to stay busy and pump out some DL content. Glad
I
you
feel
do this
you, man.
with me.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for doing this for me.
Yeah, honestly, I've wanted to do this for a very long time, just like with people that I've had like a history with on DL, and you're like one of the first people that I had like a major story with. So this is awesome.
Yeah, bro. This is long overdue. Let me just make that straight.
It is. Yeah. 16 years overdue. All right, let's see. So we'll go ahead and start with some questions for you. I know in a previous podcast, I've kind of listed some of the questions that I sent you. I've already said my position, but I'll probably elaborate on some of mine just in case, just so you know, in case you don't remember from that podcast or you didn't see it. But so the first question for you is, when did you get DL, and how did your DL story start?
So I bought DL. I had my own copy in 2006 around Christmas time. That's when I got my first PS2. But my first DL experience started in 2005 when the game came out. Because I went to school in New York City, and my friend who had DL, he lived across the street, so I just go out to his house after school, and he had a second controller, so we started playing this game Ratchet Deadlocked, and here is oh, I see the question here. The first game I played was a King of the Hill Go Station with my friend Victor. That's who had the game, and yeah, that was my first experience. But I never owned the game until like a year and a half later.
Okay, so you played it at a friend's house, but you didn't own it yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
And is Victor by chance Findertelly?
No, that's Kyle. My
That's
friend
right.
Victor, yeah, my friend Victor. His main accounts was Skull Rider and Skull Warrior, and he stopped playing. He stopped playing in 2007, like right when I got the game. Like here, I mean, long story short, I moved to like the suburbs, and eventually I got my own PS2. I got the game, but by the time I got the game, he stopped playing. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel like I've seen that username either through the leaderboards, or I'm not sure if he got on one time when you were on. I'm not sure, but that name does sound familiar. And so your first deal game was Go Station, and it was so it was it with Victor or?
Yeah, I was Skull Rider number 2.
Gotcha.
That was my first username.
That's crazy. Yeah, and speaking of usernames, what are like some of your first usernames that you can remember?
So when he stopped playing the game, I made those accounts. So that's probably why you saw those names on the leaderboard.
Mm-hmm.
Skull Warrior and Skull Rider, I played them here and there, but the main one I took was when I was 10 years old. I made Lord Gangsta without the G. So Lord Gangsta without the Gansta, and I got made fun of so much because of the misspelling. But
dude, we all had the crazy wild caps for our names. I thought it was so badass. But...
Bro, weren't you Rickard 58?
I was. That was my very first
account. That's how I met you, bro.
Oh man, yeah. Let's dig into this. So yeah, because I think that was a question on our list. So was that your first memory of seeing me on Riker 58?
Bro, I saw Rickard 58 join and was like, I saw your YouTube videos. Like, can I be in a glitch video or something? It was something like along those lines.
Yes.
In the topic of glitching, but this, I think my account at that time was Jack, like the star with the squiggly line Jack, and then
yes. I remember that.
Yeah, that was my main account. Like that's where I evolved with my YouTube videos and all the glitches and everything.
That's awesome. Yeah. Since we're on this topic of like how we first met, I'll go ahead and it's kind of like one of my longer stories, but I'll kind of jump into it. So I actually got Ratchet Deadlocked online the day of release at a local Target in my hometown, and I had been watching it, like gameplay of it for months on IGN. I just remember thinking it looked like a lot like Halo in the beta stage, and I was just like really pumped for it. But yeah, I didn't get online until I believe it was May of 2007. And the reason for that is because, I'm a 13-year-old kid, and I had a fat PS2, and I didn't know anything about a network adapter. And so I'm just like, I don't know how to even like get this. I assume just order online. But one day I just decided to go ahead and get it. But the reason I went online in the first place actually is because during 2006 and 2007, I glitched on a game called Tiny Hawk's Underground. I'm not sure if you ever played that.
Oh no, I've seen it though. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, but there was like some cheats you could turn on, and I just enjoyed glitching around the maps with it. And I think just one day, it was my neighbor who was my best friend at the time. We were just on YouTube, and I'm like, we should like check out some Ratchet Deadlocked glitches because like we played
Wow.
co-op together. Yes, and the first video I saw, I can't remember the guy's full username, but it had Nova in it. But he was performing, the very first glitch I saw perform was getting the hover bike on that hill in Meraxas. Do you remember that video by chance?
Wow. No, Nova. I'm thinking Nova. The only thing I know Nova is Kid Nova, but I don't think that was
Right.
a username.
I think it was like Supernova or something, but I can't find his video anymore. I think it got deleted a while back.
Damn.
But yeah, that was the first video I saw. It showcased some of those glitches that I'm just like, this is so cool. Like I've got to, get on the online community and like do these glitches and whatnot. And anyways, kind of getting back on topic to how I first met you. I've been on for a few months, and yes, I came across one of your videos, and I'm pretty sure it was called Hell's Glitches 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I think you
I
must have had
remember
like
that.
was that a clan you had just briefly?
I think yeah, that was me trying to join Nuclear Glitches, or I think whatever that group was. And
Yes.
for whatever reason I couldn't join. So I just made my own. I was like, let me just do this on my own. So Hell's Glitches came up.
Okay, but that's yeah. So like I was familiar with your Dynamite Jack account, but I remember I think it was after Hell's Glitches 2 where you did some pretty cool glitches. I think like fusing vehicles. That's what you were referencing. Where I commented on your video. I'm like, hey man, I'm like really looking to get into a glitch clan. Could I join your clan? And I think in that at the end of that video, you said you were going to make a new clan, and this is where you were talking about making threads of life, and that you would invite me to the clan eventually. And
Wow.
yes,
Can't believe you remember that, bro. That's crazy.
I know. I had to do some reflecting on it, but I'm pretty sure this is how it went because I looked back through some history. But I think after about a week of waiting, you sent me the invite, and I just remember being
Mm.
so pumped because you had mentioned you're gonna make another glitch video, and I'm like, oh my god, I might get to be in this Glitch Clan's YouTube video, and it's just like being in YouTube videos back then, especially, it felt like you wanted to be in them, like
Yeah,
featured. Uh,
100%.
so that yeah, that's my definitely my first memory of you was seeing your Dynamite Jack account and see you online eventually as Saliva.
Right.
Um,
Right.
but let's see. So are there any other past usernames you can think of around the time you made Saliva, or is that about the extent of your knowledge?
Um. Okay, so Jag was my main account. I had a Limp Biscuit, like Dash Limp Biscuit Dash.
I
That
remember
was
that. Yeah,
yeah.
totally forgot about
That was one that I had fun with. There were so many accounts that I used that were part of like influenced by band groups or music or whatever. Like I remember Yellow Card was one I used.
that. Yes, yes.
Uh, I mean that's the only one I actually can remember. But other than that, then I eventually made Saliva.
And that was based off the band, is that right?
No, I mean
No,
yes,
okay,
but
tell
no.
me. Tell me.
So I really wanted that name, but someone had it, but the guy who had it didn't use it. So there was the dash saliva dash. That was the guy who used it.
And so did he
But
give you that
they were
account?
no. This is the crazy story. This is actually like crazy. Like so, here and there, I would try to make the account. Like at random times throughout the
No
year, I would just try
way.
to make saliva. And then one day I made it, and it turns out he deleted it. At some point, he deleted it. It must have been like he just deleted it and tried to make another account and make space or whatever. And I just took that window of opportunity and took the name. And I
Holy
know
shit.
eventually, people were like, "Yo, Saliva, what's up?" And I'm like, "It's not me. It's not me. I'm not the dude, but I'm Saliva now."
Dude, yes,
So
I remember that nonstop, like, uh, people would be like, oh, what's up, Saliva? And you're just like, I'm not the Saliva with the dashes. It's like, wow, it's a fake Saliva when it's like you
yeah,
had,
yeah.
and I didn't know that part that you actually like luckily somehow got his account after he deleted it, because like I just thought they were just being assholes. Like, bro, this guy has the OG Saliva account. Like, why are you hating on him when this guy has the dashes? It's like me
Bro,
saying, hey,
it's
like I'm the OG
insane.
Chidori when I had the
Cause what?
dashes.
Yeah, one day I try to make the account. Usually it would tell me is like wrong password, incorrect password, or whatever.
Hmm.
So eventually I just made the account and it gave it to me. No challenge, nothing. And then eventually I got into a lobby. I remember it was Temple of Shar, and I don't know, I forgot what game it was, but uh like the dude, the Dash Saliva Dash showed up to the game and was like, "Give me my account back." And I'm like, "Sorry,
Spider-Man
bro.
moment.
Yeah, sorry, bro. You didn't want it. You didn't want it. You deleted it. It's
It's
mine
like you
now."
obviously deleted it. I honestly wonder if he just deleted it by accident. I'm not sure what he was doing, but then, because like I think if you had your password set with the exact character type you had, it would actually fully delete the account. So I'm not sure why he did that. That'd be cool to get that information one day. But that is hilarious. I did not know that about your account. I just always
Yeah.
assumed that you got it. You just you're the first one to create it.
Nope.
Ever on that game.
Nope.
That is
No,
insane,
but
man.
he never used it. He had both those accounts, but he never used the one without like the just this plain Saliva name.
Hmm.
So I just got lucky that day.
That
But
is crazy.
eventually, I just know this fact is that he stopped using that other Saliva account and made his own account. And I forgot exactly what his name was, but that's who he became in like down the line, like 3-4 months after.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not sure who his his other alt account is, but yeah, I remember the Dash Saliva and that feud. So that's cool to hear the story and hilarious.
Yeah, bro. I can't make that up. That's crazy how I got it for free.
That is insane. I wish I could have gotten Chidori, the OG Chidori, when I made it at the time. If I was stuck with the dashes. But
You have it though, right?
so
Like
on
you
the new
had it
cert,
eventually, or
I never had eventually,
okay,
unfortunately.
gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
But so staying on the topic of a bit, like during your earlier days, who were your very first friends that you can remember on the game?
So besides my buddy, my real life friend Victor, School Warrior, I remember the first friends I made before I even learned how to cycle was Easy 40, and Lone Soldier, who
Oh my
actually Lone
God,
Soldier became a real life friend of mine too, from like the other side of the country. Yeah, but Easy 40, I remember he was from Texas, but he disappeared. One day he just disappeared, and never came back.
man, I remember both those names. So you've met Lone Soldier IRL?
Um, I don't think I met him IRL, but we we got in touch very quickly. Like I would call him, he would call me. Like he was in Florida and I was in New York, so we would just call each other at random times to play Deadlocked. I even talked to his mom a few times, and
That's crazy.
I became friends with him on Facebook. Like, and I saw his entire pretty much like I grew up with him, but not really. Like I just knew him my entire life. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yes, yes. So you haven't heard from him in a few years?
When I used to go to Florida when I was in college, and I used to
Hmm.
talk to him then, but I never actually got to meet him. But
Gotcha.
we kept in touch a lot about like school and studies and everything. I did try to contact him in 2020 for the revival, the server revival,
Hmm.
but he left me on red. That's like the last I've heard of him.
Oof.
Yeah, he wanted nothing to do with Deadlocked.
SMH, man.
Yeah, it's all good though.
Yeah. Well, this is totally random, but it involves DL history. I know, like you mentioned that occasionally, like you would hear from his, or I guess talk to his mom through however you're trying to communicate through him. This is funny. I know, like you remember Infinite Dragon?
I know the name. I don't remember talking to him though.
Now, Infinite Dragon was like in Defy Logic. He was the guy who put up a lot of popular glitch videos. So you don't remember him at all?
No, there's a lot of people like the in this list that you gave me that I have no memory of, but I
Wow,
know the
okay.
name. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll share after the podcast. I'll shoot you some videos, and maybe you might remember them.
Oh, say less. Yeah.
But the reason I brought that up is because I know sometimes I would call him, and it was his home number, and sometimes like his dad or mom would pick up, and I just remember like like trolling his parents.
Oh no!
Like, either not saying anything, whispering, or just like I don't know, messing with them, and they would get so pissed off at me. It was terrible.
Prank calling.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah, sometimes he would pick up, and his mom would be like, "Why are you calling this house? You're not from here."
Yeah, you're a Yankee, bro.
Sorry,
I
didn't mean to interrupt you, bro. But I know you were saying
no,
you were saying something.
That was really the extent of the story.
Oh, okay,
right
gotcha.
Yeah. All right. So
oh, actually, hold on. Let me just add because I know there were other friends. Because I had Kyle was my real life friend.
Yes.
Oh, here's something I forgot to mention. Kyle and Howard actually played with us, and I didn't know he was who he was. He was Timmy 22 or like Timmy 27. One of those accounts. That was him, and he actually went to my school my entire life, and I never knew he had Deadlocked until the HD days came. Yeah,
that is insane, dude.
Yeah, and him and Kyle, they used to play, and I used to play with them, and we had no idea. But those are my friends, like real life friends that I met early on in the Deadlocked career, I guess.
That's insane. So Kyle, and he is Fender Tilly, correct?
Yeah, he's Fender Tilly.
Okay. And when did he get the game? Was it like just 2007, 2008?
I'm pretty sure he got it when the game came out in 2005, and I was the one that helped him connect online. Because eventually we talked about it. I was like, yo, you play this game? He's like, yeah, I play this game. And he's like, I play online. And he's like, how do I connect? And I just told him, like, you got to plug in the Ethernet cord. I think I gave him one. I think I gave him the first Ethernet cord he ever owned.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we were in sixth grade. Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah, and like I know when I met you, I just finished 7th grade. I was 13, and our main history, I just turned 14, and I was in 8th grade. You were in 5th or 6th grade, right?
Yeah, I was 11 in 6th grade when I first talked to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're about 2.5 years apart. Let's see. All right, so newbie question for when you started. Did you ever play in third person?
Nope. I tried to, and it was just so disorienting. I'd never got comfortable with it. I never played a Ratchet game without lock strafe.
Okay, well I know from my experience, I was one of those third person newbies for like a month, and I was just like, how are people getting all these nice B6 shots on me from like across the map and etc. And so I finally tried lock strafe out, and I'm like, okay, I just made a guppy mistake being in third person.
Do you know if you can play in third person like that? Like, if you try to snipe, do you still have the same aim assist?
You do not, unfortunately. Even when you strafe,
there's no point.
It's weird. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. So, when did you start cycling, and did you have any teachers, or did you just learn by yourself?
This was kind of hard to remember, but I remember who I played with when I discovered that cycling was a thing you could do. I remember Boondock. Boondock was one of my friends who I played with a lot, and I think he introduced me to like the cycling thing. But I remember he was always like one of those like third person players, for example.
I remember what third person.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I remember him being like him getting owned all the time. And I know there was another Boondocks. There was a Boondock without the S in the Boondocks. And I don't know if it's the same person, but from what I can remember, he was the one that showed me that cycling was a thing, but it wasn't his thing.
Right. Well,
And
I know. Let's
yeah,
see.
go
I
ahead.
know. I remember like a Boondocks 987. I think it was like a YouTube
Yeah.
channel. Was that him?
Boondock 987 was a different account, and then there was a guy that was just Boondock.
Okay. I feel like I remember there being two Boondocks, but I never knew if they were like the same person or not. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure there were two different people.
Gotcha. Well, I know in my case, I actually learned cycling starting out with you. And it wasn't that you directly taught me or anything, but I remember you put so many videos up of gameplay. I just remember watching you, cycle and snipe. And for the longest time, I was just like this flail noob in cycle games whenever we had the flail involved. I remember like people were like, bro, like stop using the flail. Like, you keep dying and stuff. But just from watching your videos, you were the first one to kind of introduce me into that. And I remember, I think late 2007, I actually started sniping and cycling. I sucked really bad at it, but I was getting somewhere with it. And then, do you remember Freakazoid?
Freakazoid, no.
Okay.
No memory.
Gotcha. Well, Freakazoid was one of the like semi-pro players back in the day. He started posting, videos of 1v1s against people who were semi-decent, like Meta Ratchet, Omega 3, all those guys.
Wow.
And so I observed his gameplay, and then eventually, do you remember Republic?
Yeah, I remember Republic.
Yeah, and then Republic started putting videos out and actually, training guides on how to play, and that was, I guess you could say, my final teacher before I just kind of took over for myself, really. But that's my history.
Is Republic in the server now? Like, is he one of the members?
He is, and I know he's a father now. I think he's 30 or 31. He got on one time during the very beginning, but since he's a dad, and full-time job,
understandable.
etc., just very busy. But
Gotcha.
I could probably bully him into getting on.
Just for one game.
Yes. But yeah, and honestly, I actually want to have him on for a podcast sometime, so that'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. So from your memory, what is the longest game you've ever played that you can recall, and where was it?
It's definitely a 30-minute conquest. I'm pretty sure it was a 30-minute conquest in Cerratos. And it was just all weapons.
Oh man, I know. Yeah, the home nodes conquest with no bolt or counter, those can go on forever. I know personally, me, Valix, 10 caps with people who know how to cycle. I think I had one game go 3.5 hours. It was ridiculous.
Damn, I mean, if I really think about it, the longest game I've played is definitely a glitch game, like a 6-hour glitch game or something.
Yes, I think I've played. Funny thing, I think, who knows, I probably could have been with you in that glitch game because I remember we would spend, like, when we'd be making glitch montages, like the entire day, if not 2 or 3 days, for like, out 6,
Bro,
8, 10 hours.
oh my goodness, bro. Yes, I remember
glitches.
getting on at like 10 p.m. and it's like 3 in the morning, and someone in my house telling me like, keep it down, you're making too much noise, and I'm glitching here.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, I'm like 12 years old doing this.
That's insane. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
being a 12-year-old and being a content creator that young with DL is pretty cool.
With the pseudo tripod with the GameCube game stacked up on a little camcorder.
Dude, I actually had a tall chair, and I stacked some video game cases and put my camera on top of it before I got a tripod. Like 6 months after I started doing that, it was just insane. And even before then, I had in the time I was in middle school, 13 years old. I had a very shitty flip phone Razor flip phone.
Right.
And that's why I recorded 20-second videos and put them on YouTube for my Record 580 account that I had before claiming Future Tools.
Yes, bro. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, bro.
It's okay, dude.
Yo, hugs, bro. Hugs.
Yes, well, hug it out. I was over that like days after it happened.
But I remember that now that you mention it. You did post videos on a crappy toaster phone.
I did. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
remember
don't know
that
what
clearly.
happened.
That's crazy.
I don't know what happened, but we obviously got into an argument, and we were account sharing at the time.
Oh,
And
bro, that's crazy, bro. You just brought so many memories of nuclear glitches with that too. Now being a little kid with Deadlock was a dangerous game.
yes, it was. And yeah, any account sharing, like watch out. And yeah, if you have any memory that
Yeah.
pops up that you don't think you'll remember later, feel free to interrupt and just let me know about it.
Well, now that I brought it up, I remember. I'm pretty sure I was the one who made Zedoburro quit the game because there was just so much drama going on with nuclear glitches and this video, that video. I can't remember the specifics obviously, but I remember he stopped playing because just it was so much emotional stress on this kid.
Poor guy. I remember his videos.
Yeah, poor guy.
What so was it beef with you, or was it Defy Logic? Who was it with?
I mean, I think Defy Logic was probably involved somewhere because I feel like there was a big glitch rivalry, but it was like for no reason.
I like that rivalry. I know, like, I think there was a bit like a triangle going on at one point. It was, me and you with Threads of Life. Then you had Nuclear Glitchers with Zedoburro, and then Defy Logic. That was kind of like the war kind of going on. And I remember at one point, I think you and Zedoburro made up. And do you remember we made like a clan called like Atomic Saliva or something? Do you remember that?
Wow, that's crazy. I can't believe remember that. I had no memory of that until you just said it.
Yes, and the only reason I remember that is because I actually made an account where, like, I'm like, hey, I want to be a part of this name too. So I made like an Atomic Saliva account with dashes in the end to represent the Chidori
Yeah,
and that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
But yeah, I think y'all had put your differences aside.
See,
Y'all,
yeah, that actually feels more familiar.
yeah,
So I remember him wanting to quit because of like something in the glitch community. But I guess that makes more sense that we just made up.
yeah. I think it was. Well, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm speculating that it was probably beef with Defy Logic because I just you remember
Yeah.
all those comment section arguments on YouTube videos they had.
I remember it was just a bunch of BS like
Oh, it was so stupid.
all this ego stuff
Yes.
as lightly
It's
as I
like
can put it.
yeah, man, I got a puma on top of a rock. That's my glitch, bro.
Yeah, yeah. All this flexing. Oh
Yes,
man, that's crazy. I mean, Defy Logic did crazy glitches like
they did.
yeah, I mean, I want to compete with that too.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll definitely get into that because, we did have a rivalry with them early on. So we'll definitely get into talking about that because there's plenty to talk about there.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure, man.
so let's see. Is there a story you have noted down that you want to tell me before we move on to any other questions?
Oh, let me see because I definitely have a lot of stuff. A story about anything.
Anything.
Oh, P3rvy Sage. I remember P3rvy Sage, man.
Yes, I do.
Oh no, I forgot. This is go. Okay, so there's P3rvy Sage, and there's one more thing. About like one of my first friends in the Deadlock game. So, you remember Brandon? You remember Brandon from Florida, and he had like a little brother, and they would both make like Deadlock videos.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Oh, okay. No, I thought I lagged out or something. Like I thought my internet went out.
No, no. I was trying to post the thing on my phone to the chat, but I'm not going to do that because it just took me to. It said it like I was trying to talk on my phone or whatever.
Oh, gotcha,
But
gotcha.
so Brandon, is that by chance you don't stink YDS?
I think you're right. 99% sure that that's what it is.
Yes, but yeah, go ahead. So they made video. They made videos. Tell me what you remember.
I just remember he was one of those. one of those dudes that just posted so much Ratchet Deadlock content and like vlog content. Like I just remember that. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes, and yeah, I remember his younger brother too. He had YDS2 as his username. But yeah, and he would post IRL content, doing something weird sometimes,
Yeah.
and like I don't know, like talking to the camera, just like drumming.
Yeah.
And you know what's hilarious? I know I put up a few IRL videos very early on, and I was too embarrassed, and I took them down like quickly. I was like, because like people were just roasting me, like, "Hey, yo, that's what you look like."
Bro, oh yeah. I posted I remember this video I had of me and my real life friends just doing stunts and like
I was gonna bring
backflips, a
that up, like in the
trampoline.
playground and stuff.
It was in my backyard. I remember
Yeah, I remember the
I put it
video.
on my Deadlock content, like on my Deadlock channel, and people were like, "This what you look like, bro?" I still
See,
have that
I
video, but
remember that,
it's
and I
not on
was just gonna
YouTube.
bring it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not on YouTube, but I still have it just in my archives.
Okay. Well, hey, I mean, you can unlist it and send it to me, but you don't have to.
No, bro. I mean, if you want, I can send you this whole folder I found yesterday.
Oh, dude, I
It's
love
a
that.
bunch of stuff. Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like a small file size too, because it's like all toaster quality, so it won't be challenging.
Sweet.
But I was saying about P3rvy Sage though. I remember he started doing that. I think they influenced him to make his videos. And yeah, and I just feel bad for the homie, man. I did him dirty. I remember I had the video
Dude.
of making fun of what he was saying, and it was like, "Hey, P3rvy
Yes.
Sage."
Yes.
I deleted that video. That I do not own that video just because I just feel bad. But one thing is though, I think he's doing pretty good right now because I did become friends with him on Facebook, and he hit me up.
Yes.
He hit me up like maybe like 2 years ago in 2021, and I talked to him briefly, but that was it. Like he didn't want to come back to the server, or he didn't. I don't think he responded to like the
Okay.
revival thing, but
Yeah, is
he's
he
doing pretty good.
Jake? Is
Yeah,
he
Jake.
Jake on
Hmm.
Okay. I think I was friended, or I am still friended with him on Facebook. But yeah, I still have a contact with him as well. But yes, I know. Like I actually remember that video. I remember like I mentioned in that comment earlier. He was like I guess friends with Cheese Rules. He really liked Cheese
Yeah.
Rules, and he was like, "Hi, Cheese Rules." And I remember your commentary when he said that. You went,
Oh,
"Ew."
ew, yeah. Oh goodness, man.
That
Man,
was
kids are evil,
hilarious.
bro. Don't have
I know
them.
we were all assholes at one point,
Yeah.
so don't feel bad. But that was
If you're
yes.
watching this, bro, if you're watching this video, Jake, hit me up, bro. I'll buy you lunch.
There you go. It's like if are you still in New York City or
Yeah,
near
I'm
it?
still here. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Sage, if you're ever up there, he'll take you out for dinner.
Yeah, bro.
So.
All steaks on me, bro.
All right. Let's see. So we'll go ahead and move on. Let's see. Okay, so this gets back to cycling and sniping. So there was a period where people are like, how do you get so good at cycling and sniping? And some people used to use a dot for
Hmm.
sniper practice. Did you ever use a dot?
Bro, that's how I learned how to draw. Like I took a marker and traced out the reflex sight.
Yeah.
Before dotting, I used to tape. Before I used to make YouTube
Yes.
videos, I used to tape because I would get so mad that I would get hit by snipers. And I'm like, how are you scoping in so fast? But I realized like you can actually, if you play in lock strafe, you can actually just hold still and
Yes, you
snipe.
can hit snipe. Yeah.
Yeah, so I learned how to snipe with taping, and then eventually I would dot. But when I started making YouTube videos, I don't want the thing, I don't want the thing showing. So
Yes.
I would erase it and remove the tape or whatever, and then I would actually get good at sniping because I knew where the center was.
Right. That's hilarious because I know, yeah, early on, I didn't know how people were, so good at sniping, and I tried dotting out for a bit and eventually taping. And yeah, like sometimes I record so frequently, sometimes I would just like not even register that I still have the tape on, and it actually pops up in some of my videos. Like you will see the tape. Like I know like when I helped find Hoverbike Surf. I remember I was just so pumped by that I still had my tape on. I was oblivious to it, And even when I put the video up, I had not noticed it. But then, someone's like, "Ha ha, you tape."
Yeah, no, there would be like a smudge in the middle of your screen because of of what you erased, or like the tape
Yes.
leaving that little sticky smudge. Yeah, I used to see that a lot in my videos when I would edit.
I gotta tell you, I never noticed, but I know since it's your TV, you'd probably notice.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
hilarious,
good
but
times.
I know. Luckily, we have a fusion namer now. If you ever want to use it.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I try to use it, and I don't know, like it just feels so satisfying to not to like no scope somebody. You feel me? Like,
Yes, exactly. You don't get
yeah,
the same dopamine effect, at least in
yeah,
my
yeah,
experience.
yeah. I'm not using the reflex.
Right.
We OG out here, bro.
For real though. Um, so let's see. When you think of Deadlocked in your history, do you have a memorable like event in the game or like just general game you played that comes to mind?
I remember the red versus blue that I used to make. I remember
Yes.
I think I got up to 10, or 10 was like the last one that I never did. But red versus blue, that was like people would come to my videos like, I want to be in your video. I want to be in your video. I want to play. I want to play the game. And they were like, I remember the first maybe 3 or 4. It was the first early red versus blue in like Dark Cathedral. It was all like flails, dual vipers, like the freaking mines. And I remember sometimes it would be like a 5v5, and at the last second I would change to the other team, so it would be a 6v4,
Oh my
just
God, I
because
remember that.
I wanted good content, or what I thought would be good
Right,
content.
right.
But eventually, like in between like the middle parts of those series, like the 4, 5, 6, eventually I started learning how to cycle and snipe. So I guess it became more fair after time. But if um if anything, that'd be cool to do again. Just do a whole like red versus blue montage of like any game mode, like currently.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
totally
that
remember
would be the
those.
most memorable like time in Deadlocked, because my lobbies would just fill up so fast. And I think back then, like there were a lot more players, but people would join very quick for like the sake of like being in the video.
Yes, I remember the lobbies. Like, I mean, just the game list, it would go down, maybe 10, 15 games some days, if not more. And then you have
Yeah.
even more in game. Like 2007 was crazy for DL, like in
Yep.
terms of the population. Um, let's see. Oh, so speaking of your Red versus Blue series, yeah, I remember seeing that and really loving that series. And you did make it to 10. I remember because I think you did the 10th one on DLHD. Because I think you got into
Oh,
9.
right, right.
Yes.
Yes,
I don't
yes.
know how I
Thank
remember
you.
that, but yes, I remember you got to the 10th one. But oh, and like one last thing on that, I think I was featured actually in 6, 7, or 8. I can't remember which one specifically, but I remember I was on my my Patrick's mom account. Do you remember that
Oh
account?
yes, Patrick's mom. That was one of the best times playing and glitching and everything. Was with Patrick's
Absolutely.
mom.
And I'll tell you how I got that name. And if people heard that name, they might think like, "Yeah, are you talking about Patrick Starr's name from SpongeBob or something?"
That's what I'm
No,
thinking.
it wasn't Patrick Starr's mom or anything. But no, when I was in school, one of my best friends, he was named Patrick, and like during like the 2000s, the how like people were always with the yo mama jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
Your
like,
mom.
yep, your mom all the time. And this one of my friends always used to like bring up Patrick's mom all the time, and he got so frustrated with it, and it just made me laugh, and so that's why I made that account name. It was stupid,
Oh,
but
okay. So he never played the game. You just wanted to make Patrick's mom.
yes, exactly. So,
Oh,
but
petty.
that's the origin of that.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel you. Okay.
and this is totally random, and I'm scared to post this from my phone, but I'll just read it. Uh, it was at the end of I think Threads of Life 4 in the credits. You put Patrick's mom and Star Killer forever. I don't know what we were thinking. Do you remember that? Patrick's mom and
Bro,
Star
Star
Killer forever.
Killer.
Yeah.
Starkiller, yeah, no, I remember you commented on the video I posted with Starkiller. I didn't know that's who it was that was doing the voiceover.
I think it was. I think that was
Yeah,
him
no,
because
you're
that was
right,
like a
yeah.
Defy Logic video or something, like a really old one.
Damn, bro, that's crazy. I gotta watch the videos myself and like remember the names because
Absolutely.
I just
Yeah, I
have an
got.
archive. I don't want to watch them because of the cringe, but I think it'd be if, after this conversation, it'd be so funny to go back and just like actually witness
Yes, it'll be worth
all
it
the names.
if you watch it at least one time.
Oh, wait, actually random though, but when I was watching the video that I added to like the little montage I made, I saw Anarchy and Immortal Fury as two people that I don't have no memory about, but I remember their names being like significant. Are they in
Hmm.
the server?
Now, I'm not sure who Anarchy is, but I
Okay.
remember now Immortal Fury is actually Cold Viper.
Oh. Oh, Andrew. All right.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
But let's see. So, do you have a favorite skin on DL by chance? Or not too sure? Up in the
Oh, I
air?
mean, Jack and Mr. Sunshine, they're probably like the Jack is cool and Mr. Sunshine is just like a meme. But those are my favorite.
Yes.
The Ratchet, I mean, I didn't know there was a. I think Renegade was the last one I knew that was like a secret unlock.
Hmm.
But yeah, Renegade is cool, but nah, Jack and Mr. Sunshine are the best ones, definitely.
Yeah, I remember back in our early Threads of Light days, you would use Jack all the time. That was
Yeah,
like the skin of you. And of course, you had Dynamite Jack, Ultimate Jack, and then your Jack with the Dash and Asterisk account. So,
yeah. Aqua Team,
um,
Aqua Team. I don't know why that color is so satisfying, but it is.
oh dude, yeah, Aqua's beautiful, especially
Yeah.
on Jack and Renegade. Looks great.
Now that just reminded
Um,
me. Do you remember the hoodies that it was like the alts I made with emo Asian.
yeah, was it like a hoodie clan?
Yeah, we were the hoodies. There was a gray hoodie, maroon hoodie.
I remember. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I think actually I had those usernames featured in some very old videos. I had to
yeah.
look back.
I would imagine.
Let's see. So I know you were part of. You had Hell's Glitches. You had the Hoodie Clan. You had Threads of Life. What were some other clans that you were a part of through your DL history?
So before I made a glitch clan, I was in a clan with like 4 or 5 other people. But the thing is, I can't remember the name. But the last time I remember like talking to them, first was we would just play like casual games. And there was one time where they got on, and I was like, "Yo, can we do glitches? Like, I got some glitches I want to show you." And they're like, What's a glitch? Like, what are you trying to do?" So I invite them to the lobby, and they're all confused as to why we're all on the same team. And I'm telling them like, "Okay, let me show you the fly glitch, for example." So I'm trying to teach these guys fly glitch on Serato Swamp on the bridge, and they're like trolling me. Like they don't understand what I'm trying to the greatness they're about to witness. So they keep killing me in the water. So I'm
Oh
telling them,
my
okay,
God!
let me show you what I'm trying to show you. So I'm like, okay, so you swing and I'll shoot you at the end, but don't let go, and then press square when you're at like the peak of the swing or whatever. And it took me so long to teach them because they just kept moving the analog stick and like falling in the water and
Oh my
whatever.
God!
But when I finally got to show them, they were amazed. I remember I forgot the dude who was like he was like a much older dude than me. I was 12, 11, and this dude was like must have been like 18 years old. And I remember him just screaming in the mics like, "Bro, this kid's a god, bro." Cuz I just sent him up straight into the stratosphere in the game, and all the other
Yes.
dudes are like they're cracking up crying in their game because they're like, "Bro, you just disappeared." And I'm like, "Bro, I'm in the air, I'm in the clouds." And I'm telling him like, "Yo, press square." And he starts like spamming the square button. He's doing that little wrench trick he can do, and I'm like,
Yes.
"Bro, take it to the other island." And he gets to the other island, and he's like, "Bro, I've never been. I didn't know you could do this." So they were amazed, but they never came back to like glitch more. It
Oh
was just
man.
fun for them to do it that one time, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm not trying to do that again." But the last time I saw them after that was like I remember I think I was just having a bad day, and either it was from school or it was from losing games or it was something like that. It was nighttime, and I remember we're playing on Temple of Shar, and I remember I just had a bad attitude as a kid, and they just didn't want to be my friend anymore after that game. And I remember there was a time where I was going, you know that the slingshot glitch you can do, and you can like kind of clip into the wall and then shoot people from behind the wall in
Yes.
Temple of Shar. Yeah, I did that to some of them, and they were getting so mad. It's like, bro, like you're cheating, bro. And I didn't
That is
care.
hilarious.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's the last time I saw them, and I didn't talk to them after that. I don't know any of their names or what the clan name was, but eventually I think I left and I just made Hell's Glitches or whatever it was. But yeah, that was the earliest clan I remember being in.
Well, that's awesome that they were like so surprised and like amazed by the flag glitch after it's like they didn't make it easy for you, so that must have been like a nice payoff to like impress some noobs like that.
Yeah.
It was always fun like when people would, want to glitch with me, like who weren't experienced. Like I know at one point there was an elevator turret glitch where you could lift the turret, the player turret up in the air. I remember like one noob saw me doing it, and he was just like, Chidori, Chidori, take me into the sky.
Chidori.
I was like, this is cute. I gotta take this guy into the sky. So I did. But yeah, that could, if I thought about it enough, I could probably talk about several noob experiences that I just loved from that
Yeah,
time.
that was definitely one of the greatest moments, though. Just the reaction of the
Yes.
flag glitch.
And then were there any other clans you were part of other than those, or was that
Oh, I
about it?
mean, the early ones, yeah, the unnamed clan or whatever. Besides that, there's Threads of Life, the Hell's Glitches. I don't remember if I was in Nuclear Glitches, but I remember like it's all the same thing in one. I would say, but
Mm-hmm.
uh, Tenacious. I remember Clan Tenacious was one that I it was like the same thing as Threads of Life, but I think it was an alt account. And I
Yes.
just wanted to have another clan just for the sake of having more clans. Yeah, that was another one. There was the hoodies, which I made with the emo Asian. And yeah, I
Yes.
can't really remember more. I don't think I was ever in Defy Logic ever.
I don't think so.
I remember
I
I
remember.
did join Glitch Busters. I think in the HD, and I was just a
Yes.
member. That's it though.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember inviting you. Um, let's see. So, getting on the topic of Threads of Life a little bit, um, what is your favorite Threads of Life montage, just in general, that you can think of?
I mean, I don't have a favorite because most of the glitches, I mean, most of the montages, I think the focus was just the music. I think the music always made it something. Actually, no, that's a lie. I think the one that starts off and we're like flying in Go Station. I think that's Threads of Life 6 or Threads of Life 7. One of those was definitely my favorite because I remember making it. I remember making it. I remember thinking like, this is so cool. Like, we're gonna be the best glitch clan in all of Deadlocked or whatever.
Yes.
But I don't
Yes.
remember. I don't remember. It wasn't really the glitches because the glitches were cool. Like all the glitches were cool. Even from a noob's perspective or like someone who was only glitching, they were all
Hmm.
cool to watch. But I think the music in that time was what definitely made it a really good montage because I just the music back then was just different. You know?
It was. And,
Yeah.
speaking of that topic, I've got to tell you this. So, um, I grew up on, like, my dad, he was born in the 50s, mom, late or mid 50s, and they grew up, with the Beatles, ELO, AC/DC, stuff like that.
Right.
And so they, of course, dropped that on me, and I was familiar, like that was my favorite music at the time, and I liked, like some modern pop bands, but I was never much into like, metal or punk rock, alternative rock at first. But then like you started making these videos with all of this like amazing music in
Yeah.
that genre, and I'm just like, dude, this is amazing. Like I loved it. Like I mean, you literally, I'm not even kidding about this. You introduced me to Linkin Park, 3 Days Grace, Avenged Sevenfold,
Wow.
Disturbed, Tribal Inc.,
Oh
AFI,
my goodness, Tribal
System of a
Ink,
Down,
bro.
Three Doors Down, Jimmy Eat World, Rise Against, Bullet for My Valentine, Kill Switch Engaged, Limp Bizkit,
Wow.
Matchbook Romance, Foo Fighters, Jet Black Stare, and Yellow Card. You introduced me to all those bands. I'm not even kidding. And like that was
Wow.
my like when I think of my teenage years, that is like my favorite music. That is the music I think of.
That's
And so
amazing, bro.
I gotta give you a personal thank you for just introducing such amazing music. I love it.
You're welcome, bro. Bro, Tribal Inc. was like the essence of glitching. I don't know why, but that Tribal Inc. and Ratchet Deadlocked glitches goes hand in hand. And I've never found a group like Tribal Inc. And it every time I listen to them, I don't listen to them now, like, but I'm going to now that you reminded me of it. But every time I did listen to it, it would just bring me back to like the era of glitching when I was like, this is amazing. I know
Yes.
Zedoburro, he introduced me to um well, I forgot the name of the group, but it's like that crazy orchestra, like metal, and it's all in his videos. He had this music genre that actually he gave me that, and I thought that's kind of what put me on this musical path. But
Hmm.
yeah, like it was his glitch videos with his music that inspired me to like do the same.
That is awesome. Yeah, I just for years on past that, I used a lot of those bands, and for my videos, just continued. And I think even there are some in the revival that I've used from those bands. I mean, it's just like they're great. I mean, like you said, the music was so different in that era. It's nothing like now.
Right. Yeah.
But just on the topic, going back to the topic of the Threads of Life montage, your favorite one. So yeah, I think that was Threads of Life 6 where we flag glitch, or you were flag glitching in the intro. That one had like a ton of great glitches, and the music fit perfect with it. But I remember personally, um, it was I think December 2007 when you dropped Threads of Life 3, I think, or November, and it was Miss Murder by AFI. Remember
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
Dude, I thought that was like my song for a month. Like when you drop that in the video, like I just watched that video nonstop. I was probably at least half the views on that video. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I just enjoyed that video so much because that music just fit perfectly. And I think the song that followed, it was a Linkin Park song, "Breaking the Habit."
Oh yeah, that's definitely top Lincoln Park right there.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
I think I gave you all those videos, right? I think I gave you. I sent them. I downloaded them from YouTube and I sent them to you, and I think you posted them.
Yeah, I think let's see, there were I think it was 6, 7, and 8. I got from you or you sent to me, and like I recorded them by myself on like your old channel before I think you removed them briefly. Um, that's how I have them on my channel because I was
Gotcha.
like, let's be
Yeah.
sure to archive these for sure. Just have a
I think
backup.
some of those videos might have muted, like it muted the audio that I used, so some of the songs aren't in them.
Yes, and what I actually did with those, I uh, put them in my editor and actually add the original music, and they're back in now. So every
Oh,
original
so you
song.
remember the song that was in there, bro? I don't know what song I used. It was just muted for me.
Which one are you thinking of
I think.
specifically?
I mean, I I'm pretty sure it was more than one. I just know, like in generally, like a lot of those videos might have been muted.
Hmm.
But I mean, send them back. I mean, I'm trying to see the songs.
Yeah, I have them on my channel.
Oh,
I have
right, right, right,
a
right, right.
yeah, in that playlist. It should
Yeah,
have all the original music in there, so you should
gotcha.
be good. But yeah, cool. That's yeah. Staying on the topic of threads of life. Let's
Hmm.
see. I'll actually tell another one of my stories. This kind of has a two-parter, but it involves glitching and threads of life. So this story, it's about let's see. Whoops, wrong one actually. I've got my stories noted down. So I remember for our third Threads of Life glitch video, uh, it was the one with Miss Murder, AFI. Me, you, and Renji were the people who were really working on the video. And
Yep.
I remember at the time, Renji did not have a mic, but we did. And, just being kids, we were, I think, in a mood to kind of troll Renji. Uh, because, like I mentioned earlier, just the hype to be in a YouTube video back then was a lot higher. It's just kind
Yeah.
of like, I've got to get in this, like, this is going to be so cool. etc. And I remember Renji really wanted to be in Threads of Life, like the videos really bad, and so there was a glitch. It was getting the hover bikes on the third island of Sarathos. You remember we got 6 of those on that
I remember
island?
getting a lot. Yeah, I remember getting a lot of those.
Yeah, it was like an incredibly hard task, like at the time especially. And I remember when the 3 of us were getting the bikes over there for the video, you were like, dude, you got to be the last one to get that last bike on the third island, so we can't let Renji on. So we can record without him. And I remember actually, at first Renji beat me to the last bike, but then he fell in the water. And then when I did my attempt, I actually made it. So it was a mission accomplished. And we set up that bike pyramid and started recording. And I remember looking on the map and Renji realizing fuck, they're recording without me. And he ran in a panic to a puma and tried to puma surf over to the third island. And he was almost there, but then he fell through.
Oh my goodness, bro!
And fell to his death. And what's hilarious is I actually look back in the video, and I remember after he tried to do that, he just gave up, and he just sat on the second island and just watched us from a distance. And I was just playing "Hello Darkness, my old friend." Just
I do remember. I do remember the trolling him, and this does bring back a lot of memories of making him just bullying him.
I know it was terrible, but it was hilarious. But I remember, I can't remember too much of what happened after, but I know he was furious with us after that. I think he's like, I don't even want to be in the video anymore. And I think he got off after that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But and the second part of that, it involves more trolling. This was in 2008. I think it was for Threads of Life 7. Do you remember the Couch Potato?
I remember his name. I remember he had videos. Oh, was it him that had the videos? I think there was another one.
I think, yeah. The Couch Potato YouTube channel was a European player, I believe. But I remember
that's right. Yes, that's right.
And the Couch Potato on the US server, I think he also went by DRBot. I'm not sure if you remember that name.
No idea.
Okay. Well, anyways, and this is in Threads of Life 7. You'll see it immediately in the beginning and end. But we wanted to troll him because he, Renji, he really wanted to be in this video, be part of the group, etc. And there's a rock in Torval. If you get pushed into this rock, you get stuck. And we told him that, hey, there's this really cool glitch in this rock if you get in this specific spot in Torval. And he got there, and I remember I was shooting my sniper rifle at it, and he went, and he got stuck. And we literally got in front of the rock he was stuck in, just started doing squad emotes, and and I think we recorded that as the intro and the credits for that video.
I gotta watch that. I definitely got to catch up on the Threads of Life days.
Let me actually just pull it up briefly, since I can just pull it up real quick on my desktop and just drop a little screenshot. But yeah, it was so fun to troll people back then. But I would definitely apologize for it later on if they join the server. Let's see.
Is this channel still up?
I don't. The Gladiator guy or the US guy?
Oh, either of them. I don't know. I haven't seen anything.
Guy's channel is still up. I think it's either the Couch Potato or the Couch Tomato. I can't remember.
Yeah, the Couch Tomato. That's the one. I'm like, I know there was another vegetable or whatever.
I think it was Tomato was the Gladiator guy actually.
Okay.
But then I think DRBot or the Couch Potato, his is still up, but I don't think he had any videos up remaining last I saw.
Oh, the person I'm thinking about is ThePiggyGlitch. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh my god, ThePiggyGlitch.
Yeah.
I totally forgot.
His videos are legendary.
I know. I loved his videos. I loved how he commentated, etc.
Exactly. That was it. The way he spoke, the way he just explained or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. Good times.
Oh, that was so good. Yeah, I remember actually that was where I first saw the hover stalker or the hover ship fused to the land stalker glitch. That was insane.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, yeah, let me send a little quick screenshot of this. And actually, while I'm getting this, let me pull up a question for you so we can keep this going.
Go ahead.
So who were your main competitive rivals in the history of your playing, or did you really have any?
Okay, the 4 people that I remember playing with the most, like for competitive reasons. Well, first, my buddy Kyle Fendertaily, he was my competitive rival, but that was like him and me trying to be better at the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it would get so heated that we'd be mad at each other in real life, like, bro.
Like,
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah, I lost he was helping me stat sheet. And he was trolling me and he killed me and I lost my rank 5 or whatever and I was so mad. I was like, I ain't playing with you no more, bro. No, but
Oh my
yeah,
God.
that was like I guess like the least of them, but I remember SR07 was a competitive rival who was like I was friendly with,
Mm-hmm.
but it did get heated in the matches. It was like we'd be even talking like all this profanity to each other. But I was actually friends with him. At
Yes.
25 to Life back in the day is another one who I wasn't so cool with. But
Mm-hmm.
it was like a hate love relationship. But he was a competitive rival that I just hated losing to.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and the
I remember.
last one out of the 4 is Rayman. Rayman was just the worst of
Oh
them.
God. Oh God.
Rayman was I could never get along with him. I always hated playing with him, and he always beat me. He always beat me, and it was just like I just wanted to get that one game and just kick him out and block him or whatever.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna say a lot of people like Rayman has even a further history on this server, and he doesn't. A lot of people don't like him. We'll just say that. He kind
I
of
think I kind of remember when the server just came back, like
yes,
the
and even
revival.
towards the
Yeah,
end. And I'm dropping that screenshot right now in the little chat if you want to see what I'm talking about squatting with DR bots stuck in that rock.
is this a DM? Cause I don't know. I don't know how to use
It
Discord that
it's
well.
gotcha. It's in the DL event stage chat. There should be a little chat box. It should have a little notification by it. And if
Open
you
chat.
can't
Oh,
find it,
okay,
it's
gotcha,
okay.
gotcha. I see. Oh yeah, he's stuck in there.
Yes, that's what I was referring to.
Bro, that's crazy. Threads of Life glitches 7.0 2008. Who's Fire? Who's this Fire with the 3?
Fire was one of Glitchbuster clanmates. I actually met him IRL in California when I was visiting one time.
Oh
But
wow,
I think he was in
that's
Threads of Life
awesome.
at one point too.
Yeah, that makes sense as to why he's in the video. But now
Yeah.
I see his little the glare of the gun or whatever.
Yes.
I don't remember that glitch getting stuck in that rock.
Yeah, it was I think noted later on, and people used it to troll others. So
Yeah,
it was pretty funny.
that's jokes.
Yes. Let's see. What were we just talking about? I was going to add something.
I'm talking about like rivals. We finished off with Rayman.
Oh, Rayman. Yeah. So yeah, pretty much like took Rayman took the game way too seriously. Like I mean, like we're talking like I think I saw him comment one time that we're going to go down as legends in the history of the Earth or something. He sounded like an anime villain or something. Like
Oh
I
yes,
don't know.
yeah, that's what I remember. He was the anime villain.
Yeah, he was like kind of like Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. I think he literally like had that as his profile picture and talked like Frieza, and it was
I was
just
gonna
like,
say, I don't know. I picture him speaking just like Frieza.
yeah, it was a
Oh,
little
that's
too
great.
much, and he took it too seriously, and he was good. He like you said, he was a really good player. Like
Yeah,
he was on like Reflex and Republic and Skills' level, but yeah, he was just not a great person, I'll say, and I still say that to this day because I'm sure he hasn't
damn.
changed. Yeah, yeah, he is honestly probably of the people I've never been able to get along with. There's probably 2 people, and he's one of them. So
Wow, that's crazy.
yeah, other person was Canada for the win. If you remember him.
Oh, I remember. I remember always playing with him. Like he was always in the lobbies.
Yes, we had a mixed relationship. Like we started off good, and then just the way he is, he's does very extremely toxic trolling and just some not great things, and we just never, I guess, saw eye to eye, and that's with a lot of people on the server as well. So,
Damn.
but yeah, but anyways, So thinking about like some old friends you used to play with, um, who are some people that you want to reconnect with that you just have lost touch with over the years?
Definitely, I'll say P3rvy Sage. Definitely, just to rekindle, just to make up for lost time, I guess.
Yeah, and you have
Yeah,
them added on Facebook, you said.
yeah. I mean, I don't have Facebook anymore because I just don't like it.
Hmm.
I don't have a Facebook account, but I did have him on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can probably find his old account if you ever want to reconnect.
Say less, bro. I mean, there's also Boondock is definitely somebody I want to talk to because he was always cool. He was always so funny to talk to, always down to play games or whatever. And Renji, bro, I never got to talk to Renji. One day he's just vanished. That's all
I
I remember.
know.
He just vanished, and he just like it was like no bye, nothing. I don't even
It
think it was on
was.
bad terms. It was just he just disappeared.
He did. Yeah. He posted one last video. I remember it was a glitch he did at Serathos that I think was he actually found. And yeah, he said this is my last video. And yeah, I was thinking like, yeah, he'll be back because there's a lot of people who say like, I'm quitting, etc. I mean,
Bro,
that
I
was
said that
literally
like
me,
every week,
dude.
bro. Yeah.
Dude, I've probably said I'm quitting at least 10, 15 times. I always
Yeah.
come back, and the longest I've ever taken a break is a year or two. So, but yeah, he actually, just dropped it. I think I remember he commented on a video of mine like in 2010 or 11. He popped back up one time, but that was it. I never heard from him again. I'd love to reconnect with him too, because like, yeah, I mean, we were,
Wow.
decent friends during 2007.
Right.
And then I know there's also Dax. We got to talk about
Yeah,
Dax.
Dax, bro. Did he
Dax is
had a
kind of like
mic eventually, right?
he did. Oh man, he
Yeah.
talked a
Okay, so
lot.
I remember correctly.
Yeah, Dax, and actually Dax and I we played RuneScape a lot later on. I know you and I
I
also played a
remember
little bit.
you were just a schemer on RuneScape. You got in so fast, made so much money, and I'm like, bro, I'm here picking flax. I never catch up to 100 rank freaking fire making or whatever. I never got into RuneScape so much as you did. I
Yep.
remember I was like, this guy's a king in RuneScape. He's got all the money. He's got all the exchanges, stacked up and everything.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember that.
But yeah,
You
we
were you
played
were
for a
that was your
while.
username, right? Rickard58.
Yes, that's actually where I got my DL username because I started RuneScape in
Oh,
2005. That's why.
wow, bro.
Yeah.
You remember Coco267? That was my username.
Yes, I do actually. I have not
Bro,
brought that
I got
switching
that
gears.
account from a Deadlocked player, and it was a girl. It was I forgot what her username was, but she had a boyfriend in the game, and they would always like make lobbies together. And I would just join, like, oh, this little kid is a little kid, Lord Gangster, whatever, would just pop
Lord
in, and
Gangster.
yeah, and I'm talking about. Eventually, I don't know how we just talk about RuneScape, and
Hmm.
she's like, "You want my account?" And I'm like, "Your account?" I was like, "What level are you?" I'm level 52 or something. I'm like, "Yeah, can I have it?" She's like, "Sure." It's
Damn.
Coco267. Gave me the password, and oh, bro, now I feel bad because eventually I got to level 80 or something, and this was like a year later, and a random person messaged me and was like, "Yo, can I have my account back?" And I'm
Oh
like, "Your
no.
account back?" Is like, "Who's this?" And he's like, I gave it to you on we were playing Ratchet and Clank." And I'm like, "Oh wow!" It's like, I ain't giving it to you though.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I didn't want
god.
to give it back,
Yeah.
so I didn't give it back. But
Damn.
yeah, that was who gave me that account was a Deadlock player in
That's
2000,
crazy.
2006. Yeah, 2000, 2006 or 7. Yeah, it was like winter time. It was like the year just changed, so it might be 2007. But I
Okay.
completely forgot about that until you mentioned RuneScape. So
Yeah,
that's
like
crazy.
I remember now that you mentioned Coco, was it 57 or just Coco?
It was Coco 57. Yeah, no,
Okay.
Coco.
I
It was Coco 267, I think.
gotcha. Because yeah, I actually remember that now on RuneScape, and I also remember, like a boyfriend girlfriend kind of thing in 2007, like two people who would always make lobbies together, and that must have been them. I don't
Yeah,
know for a fact, but I think it may
that
have
was
been.
100% them.
That's crazy. But yeah, with Dax, we played RuneScape for several years afterwards, and we kept in contact. And he got on like DL like maybe one or two more times in 2008, but then he kind of just fell off the face of the earth. I don't know what happened to him. his account's still up and he still has his videos up, but I just don't know, if he's used it in years. So.
You just reminded me. I did keep in touch with You Don't Stink,
Oh
Brandon,
shit.
and it was on
Yeah.
RuneScape, and it was years later, and it was like RuneScape finally got to an HD stage or something,
Yes.
and I played with him. I remember I had this old laptop, and I was able to play on that laptop, and I would talk to him on RuneScape. But eventually, I think he just wanted to go and kill people in the wilderness or something. I just didn't want to do that, and I got tired
Yeah.
of playing RuneScape, so I never talked to him again. But that reminded me of that time too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. What other questions we've got? Oh, and just before we hop off that, I know, dude, how did you keep up with Chiefs rules over all this time? Because like
Mm.
you told me about him, and it's like, hey, this is Chiefs rules. You want to talk to him? Like, wait, what? Like, I haven't seen this guy since 2008. Well, that was crazy.
Yeah, no, that was right. We were during lockdown, and I remember finally heard about the revival of the Deadlock server,
Hmm.
and at first I thought about, oh, Cheese Rules. I'm like, I hope he's alive. I hope he's doing well. So I found it. Me and Cheese Rules, we actually kept gaming after Deadlocked ended.
Hmm.
I think we started making Modern Warfare 2 montages together, and those videos are still on YouTube.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, but eventually we just stopped talking. We got tired of like gaming, and I don't know. We just fell off. But I found his old channel and I commented and I was like, bro, this is Saliva. You remember me, bro? I just wanted to give you some information. We got the server up. If you want to play, hit me up. I hope you're doing well. And he hit me up, and then I added him on PlayStation, and I added him to the server. But eventually, I think during the pandemic, during the lockdown, I was going through something, and I just deaded him,
Oh
and
man, yeah.
he never came back. So
Oh
that's
man.
someone you reminded me. I definitely have to reconnect with him.
Yeah, I think I still have his Discord name somewhere and had to see. But yeah, that was just crazy that I was just like, wait, how in the world does Saliva like know, hadn't even contact or find Cheese rules? But that makes sense that
Yeah,
you guys gamed later on. Yeah, the pandemic era was crazy, or at least the start of it was extremely just crazy.
yeah,
I know just a lot of, just being the lockdowns, like you mentioned, and just, being isolated from people. Like it brought
right.
open like some opportunity to like, play the revival and whatnot, and just reconnect with some people. I know I definitely did that, but yeah, it's just like definitely the mental health toll it took. I think on a lot of us, if not all of us,
Yeah,
was just crazy.
but I'm really grateful that we had Deadlock during that time. That was definitely a blessing.
Oh, me too, me too.
It was just a dose of childhood, but like times seven.
Yes, like right when we needed it too. It's like when the
Yeah,
world is in a shit
exactly,
place.
bro.
Yeah, I was really thankful for that too. That was great. Um, let's see. Going down that list again. So, um, do you have any proud accomplishment or your proudest accomplishments? Do you remember what those were or are?
Yes, bro. My proudest accomplishment is getting you to be the glitch master of the game, bro. I did not know that when I invited you to my lobby that you were gonna be the glitch buster, bro. You are the glitch buster. That is my
Yes.
proudest achievement, bro.
Well, I'm honored because I'll actually touch on that. This is another little story I have jotted down, but I just remember. Let's see, let me pull it up so I have it ready, line for line. Okay. So yeah, I remember. Yeah, you were pretty much my very first glitch teacher. It's like I did glitches by myself from videos and tried things of my own, but I remember like seeing, lag glitches. That was like the next, big thing above
Yeah,
just like normal map glitches. And I was just kind of like, how did people do these crazy lag glitches? Like fusing vehicles together, like having players attached to vehicles. It was just like, what is going on? And so yeah, I got accepted to your clan and we were making Threads of Life 1, I remember you're like, all right, Chid, I'm going to teach you how to lag glitch. And let's see. I know. Let's see. Where's that noted down? The first one you were like, all right. The first thing we're gonna do is a hopping hover bike. Do you remember that glitch?
the hopping hover bike.
like where it's like you would get under the hover bike, you cord pull, move out, and it would start bouncing up and
Oh
down.
yeah, 100%. I
Yes.
remember that.
Well, I remember, as kids, we trolled a lot, and I remember you're like, "All right, man. So what you do is you put a hover bike on your head, and then you pull your Ethernet cord out, and then put it back in." And I'm like, "Is this guy just trying to get me to lag out the game?"
Disconnect.
Like I thought you were just gonna troll me. I was just gonna disconnect. But I see, like at that time, I didn't know how the core pulling glitches worked, and so I was just very skeptical. I'm just like, okay, I'll trust them. And then I remember like when I, did what you said. You're like, you're doing it, bro. And I look at the hover bike and it's not bouncing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? It's not bouncing. And then you explained that I couldn't see it, but other people could see it. And
Right. Yeah. It's not client
I'm like,
side.
oh. But then I was still a little skeptical. And then you're like, all right, fuse the vehicle. So the first vehicle fusion I did was for the Threads of Life 1 video. It was Puma and hover bike. And what convinced me that you were not messing with me is that you know how like on your screen the Puma is in a different location, and the hover bike you could be like on the other side of the map. Well, like
Right.
you were next to my hover bike and you were getting the Puma across the map, so I was like, okay, he's not trolling me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Those moments are so cool. Like, how did you do that? Like,
yeah,
easy, bro. Just pull out the cord.
it's like you want me to lose rank or what's your plan there?
Yeah. Oh
But yeah,
man.
you were my teacher on lag glitches. I'll never forget that. And yeah, you pretty much you got me, into the big leagues when it came to glitching because I was the noob who was like, hey man, can I be your glitch clan? I was just like
Hey
any other
man.
little noob, and you're the one who let me in, and I am forever thankful for that because
Yeah,
that did
bro.
kind of like start the story or the the progressive movement towards being the best glitcher.
Yeah, bro. I think after the servers got shut down, no, after the HD servers got shut down, life went on, and I've been all over the place in life, but I remember seeing your videos pop up here and there, like glitches, just random glitch video. I'm like, he's still glitching, like the game doesn't even exist anymore. But I
Yeah.
would watch them and be like, bro, this is amazing. So I would always have these little doses of just like nostalgia and like amazement, and then I would just
Yes.
go back do my business. But I'd never thought I'd play this game again or be in contact with the same folks that that's crazy, bro. I used to talk to you every day for like a few months or a year or whatever back when
Yeah.
the game was popping. That's insane to me that was the reality back then.
Yes. Yeah. You were definitely in 2007 and maybe probably the first half of 2000 my best friend on the game. So,
Yeah, bro. Amen.
so yes. But yeah, I know like you, it's like I never thought once the HD servers got shut down, I was like, all right, that's it. There's no
Yeah.
more. It's done. So they're not going to have anything for PS4, PS5. But then just the fact that just how technology's progressed and people are getting more intelligent and be able to work with technology, and here's Dan who literally gets a server going up and then we just start everything over again, which is just insane to me.
Yeah, that when I saw that video, I think it was your podcast with or interview with Dan and Badger. I
Yes,
was I was
yes,
like, you guys are really doing this, and you guys
I
really did it.
know.
It's amazing. It is
Yeah, and then
amazing,
it's
bro.
like I never would have imagined like the custom maps the way that they've gotten. Did you see what Dan dropped today?
Bro, I saw what CS:GO or whatever. He dropped the whole
uh
map.
yeah, yeah,
That's bro. You can put anything in DZO
I know. I'm
or
just
or whatever.
thinking.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah, it's like get a Modern Warfare 2 map in there, get a Saliva
Yes,
map,
bro.
dude. It'd be insane.
Yes.
Like all the possibilities are endless. It's just I never thought we'd see something like this. Like it's a
Yeah.
dream come true, really. Let's see. And I remember. So I'm not sure if you consider this one of your accomplishments, but I remember SR007, aka Reflex. You had a video 1v1ing him, I believe, in 2008 or maybe even early '09. I cannot remember honestly, but he was like getting really good. That's when he was starting to get up there. I remember
Right.
you beat him by a point or two, and I was just like, God damn! Like Saliva beat Reflex, who is like
Yeah.
considered for top
I
tier.
remember this.
Yes, I remember you beating him, and I was just being incredibly impressed by that.
I think Mirax's Prison 1v1.
Yes, I remember you're playing as Jack. I remember that. I think he was
Yeah.
Renegade. That's about all I remember. But I remember at
That is
one
actually,
point.
now that you bring that up, that is one of my greatest achievements. Because I remember that was a sweat. That game was a sweat fest.
Yeah, it was
And
like.
I think that was one of the only times I beat him on camera.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I think the score was like 19-18. I mean, it was like as close
Yeah.
as you get. So it was a sweat fest. Like that's insane. Um, and I remember also you posted a lot of 1v1 videos. I think in late '07 and early '08. But I don't think they might be your hard drive or they might not. But I just remember seeing I think we had a 1v1 you recorded. And I remember you had one with the couch potato, etc. Do you remember any of that?
Wow, no, I can't believe you remember that, bro. I'm actually looking at my videos now. I don't see anything. I see a lot of all the goofy like videos I made with the voiceovers. That's what I have.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
I'll after this podcast, I'll send you all the things because I know you'll definitely have a crazy laugh.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. And
Hmm.
I will keep it between us. Don't worry.
No, it's all good. I mean, if you want to share, I don't care. Like, you can post them if you want. I mean, I don't know if
Yeah,
you can because some of it is like people will be like, Chidori, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is not right.
I'll see. Like if I do, I will get your permission. I'll just say that.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Let's see. All right, so moving on to the next thing. This might be a short. Well, no, we went over your favorite skin. It was Jack and Renegade, Ratchet, Mr. Sunshine.
Yeah, I definitely want to add my own skins one day. I'm pretty sure that will be
Oh, dude.
possible within due
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I think it's actually they've already figured out how to do it with Dizo. It's just more so just putting the effort in to make skins, which is
That's so
insane.
beautiful. Can't wait.
It is. Me too.
I know there's a
Uh,
bunch of single player like characters that would have been really cool to have as skins.
oh, I agree. Trying to think of one off the top of my head in DL. I always wanted to be Big Al.
Yeah,
I,
that's one.
and then Gleeman Vox would be cool. Um, but going on to the next question I have right here. So on the topic of glitches, like what are your favorite glitches?
Well, nothing beats the fly glitch. I think
Oh, dude.
that's the greatest glitch, the greatest classic glitch that you can just do with like a local, you know? Like you don't need anything else.
Yes, I
Next to that
definitely.
though, yeah. I think does Torval have a swing shot?
It does not, but you can
Right,
do
that's why
a
I'm
different
like I
type of fly
wish you could
glitch.
do it. Yeah, no, I remember one of my favorite fly glitches was I think I froze a vehicle in midair so that when you collide with it on the swing, it actually does damage, so you can actually do a fly glitch off of it.
Yes,
And
I think
I
that is
have
in
a
your.
clip of it.
You do. I think it's in one of the threads of light glitches actually.
Yeah, it's in the a video titled Four New Glitches.
Oh yeah, that was the Tenacious D clan, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Tenacious era.
Okay. Yes, I remember that video. Yeah, I the fly glitch is definitely up there for me too. It's just a classic. It's just epic. I mean, the fact I remember when people would like fly glitch up and get to like those floating platforms in Dark Cathedral. I remember seeing that. That was just
Oh,
so
that
cool.
yeah, those were cool that people just found those
Yes, and
like that
I
they
know like for
exist.
yes, like and for I know for maybe the first 4 years of the game's history, no one knew why they were there, but it was actually the interior, the location of the DC interior from single
Yeah.
player.
So
Yeah.
it's like all those things that just have no skins or like those
Yes.
pieces are still there. It's just not visible because I'm pretty sure there would
Yes.
be like a huge FPS spike if like you could see everything.
Exactly. Yeah. So Insomniac
Yeah.
took those textures out, but they left the platform for some reason. I don't know if it was just like to say, "Hey, I wonder if someone will
Right.
find this," or it's just they know what to do with it. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think of my favorite glitches, and this came way after your time, but it was on the PS3 HD. So there was yeah, as you know, there was so many bugs with PS3, like it was a broken game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that for some in some ways, but in most ways, of course, not because it's like 6 player lobbies, Juggernaut's broken, etc. But one of
Oh
the
yeah,
cool
I
things,
remember that.
yes, But one of the cool things you could do is actually, if you got in a Landstalker and you cord pulled and then you started shooting Landstalker mortars, the mortars would actually get bigger and bigger and bigger until like you could literally engulf the entire level in a Landstalker plasma mortar. It was insane.
That's crazy. It doesn't crash the game?
It doesn't crash the game. It will
That's
slow things
amazing.
down, but it never crashed. And it's so funny. The person who actually found that, he named it the Super Saiyan glitch because it literally
Super
looks like you're going
Saiyan
Super
glitch.
Saiyan. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I gotta see that. If you have that video, send me the link.
I do. Yeah, I will send that to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. So during your time on DL, even now, what's your favorite thing to do?
Right now is going into training and just just what's the proper word? Because I know back in the day we used to call it fag booting, but I don't know if you guys changed it up.
How about let's use trash booting?
Trash booting, right? Okay, that feels a little better. But yeah,
Yes.
I won't even snipe. I'll just do that and try to get the most damage from like a B6 like across the map, and then another B6 when the first one lands, and just do like a one hit KO.
Yes. I remember that. Yeah. Um, I know. Yeah, it's like we had a lot of derogatory language we used.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's just
I
like,
think SR. I remember in that 1v1 he would like use that against me because that's all I was doing to beat him.
Yes, yeah, that's how we named it. But yeah, I think
Yeah,
we came with trash booting is kind of a replacement
trash
for
booting.
that.
Yeah, makes
We'll just
sense.
say that. But yeah, let's see, what was that about? Your favorite thing to do on DL. Okay. Um, all right, so you get to vent some rage. What is the thing you hate most about DL?
Bro, it's every time I'm trying to not get sniped and I'm jumping and I get sniped anyways. That's the thing I hate the most because I think on the other person's side I'm on the ground.
Yes.
So it's like I guess it's the lag. It's the lag, like the little tiny lag that you get. I think it's because of the PS2. Because I think
agree.
if it was a DZO versus DZO player, I think you'll see like it'll like it's synchronized as well. But I think if you use a PS2, you'll just have more flexibility lagging across the map. But I don't know. I'd have to test that out. But
Right. Yeah, I think you're totally right because I know, like when I'm especially if you're playing with laggier people, I've noticed that like whenever I went for one of these people, like I'll be jumping in midair after a sniper shot, and it's like one of those shots where you have to get extremely lucky to hit. But no, it's like I get hit almost constantly with this strafe, and I'm like, how are you hitting the strafe so easily?
yeah,
So yeah, I agree. I think it's probably a little bit of a lag on the PS2's part at least. But yeah, I that's definitely something that frustrates me. Probably the thing that frustrates me the most, honestly, and they've been reduced significantly, thank God. But it's the lag shots, the sniper.
I think one thing that does bother me is that there's like a dead zone, and I don't know if you can change it. But it's like an input dead zone that you have to put the analog stick to a certain amount so you can actually
Mm-hmm.
move and aim. But yeah, that's one thing. I think mouse and keyboard might be able to fix that, but
It's
I'm a controller
possible.
guy.
Yeah, I'm same, so I'm not sure. But yeah, thankfully lag shots have been 95% patched, but there's still like occasional scenarios where those happen. And even I know like when we were doing that Juggernaut, like for some reason the Juggernaut sometimes couldn't, like when they'd shoot the other players, it would do no damage to them. Like in your video, that was weird.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
that happens so much, and it was more than once. Like you'd shoot me, and my character would flinch, and no damage, like
Yeah,
two times back to back.
and that's like recent, but that has not happened in the history of the Revival server, at least in the last month or two. So that's a bug to be looked into. Let's see. All right, so looking back on DL, what's your favorite year of Deadlocked ever?
Definitely 2007. I
What
think
comes to mind in 2007?
it's I guess it's like the YouTube part of it is a big like factor in that because
Mm-hmm. Yep.
all the kinds of content. There's glitches, montages, and like red versus blue. There's all the people that were like wanting to be in the videos. that was definitely a lot of it. A lot of the friends that like I played the whole game for a year and I didn't know how like I only knew like 3 people, and then all of a sudden all this other stuff came out because of the YouTube community. But I think from 2007 into 2008 was definitely like the peak.
I agree.
If I think about 2009, I can't remember 2009. I don't think I played at a certain point.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that like probably like because I think in 2007, 2008, I can't remember when the PS3 came out, but that's around the time when people started getting PS3s, and that there was a big migration over there.
Right.
And yeah, but I know in 2009, really mainly the pro cyclers stuck around. But yeah, like a lot of the casual players just moved on to the PS3. Um, but yeah, like you, 2007. It's a bit of a tie because I've played so many years of DL since I've been just playing over the years. 2007, 2008, and 2023 right now. My 3 favorite years, and '07 because obviously there was just a lot of people are playing. Great memories there. Same with 2008 with Threads of Life and Glitch Busters. It was peak time. But then, yeah, to this day, since we have all these amazing updates and all this potential to like grow the community and do things we like dreamed of, it's probably the best time for DL ever. If we just had more people, it'd be great.
This DL we have now is the one I wanted in the HD revival.
Yes, me too. Yeah, DSO is what DLHC should have been.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Let's see. So, what is your favorite OG map? Can I take a guess at what this is?
Oh yeah.
Is it Meraxis?
Nah, I would say Dark Cathedral. Yeah, Dark Cathedral
okay.
is definitely the #1 map. I like the size, like the dark, like steampunk aesthetic of it, I guess.
Yes.
Though, like I think when you play Capture the Flag, it's like the map is so massive compared to the rest that it's like a mission to get from one point to another. And there's also the 3 slingshots that you can just snipe from across the map. And if you're good at it, you're just gonna catch numbers. You're gonna get that B2 and you're gonna defend.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely I think it's underrated though. I know a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah, I think it's just because OG Koth and CTF are kind of outliers with the main cyclers and snipers, so that's probably why I get some hate. But yeah. I like the aesthetic, and then I always liked playing Conquest there. It was really fun. But yeah.
Oh yeah, Conquest. Yeah, Conquest was that was a map for Conquest for sure.
Absolutely. But yeah, I'm easily predictable. Meraxis is mine just because I've had so many 1v1s there. It was the first glitch map of mine. It's just a great map overall for CTF and Koth as well. So that's why it's my favorite.
Now you mentioned Meraxis. I remember as a kid, from all the glitches we did in Meraxis and trying to explore like the places you can walk on. I remember I would go to bed at like 4 a.m. after a whole night of glitching. I would have dreams that I'm in Meraxis trying to figure out the map, and like you would see like the single player part of it like all available to you. Yeah, I had crazy dreams about Deadlocked when I was a kid.
Oh, dude.
Especially Meraxis, yeah.
Yes, and to this day, I still have dreams about DL. It depends what's going on. I know. Funny enough, like I think 2 weeks ago, I actually had a DL dream. At least part of it was the DL dream, and I was literally on a Grand Theft Auto 5 custom map, and I had the flag. I was trying to get back to my base, and Skills was just like hunting me down in this map. And like I was just like it was like a sweat dream, like a sweats game, and I woke up sweating a little bit from it.
I was about to say this dude just woke up quivering like from a freaking fever dream, bro.
Bubblegum commented, he's like, "Yeah, the DL dreams are absolutely real." Yeah, anyone who denies that you don't have dreams about DL, you're lying.
Yeah, you love the game. Bro, I think I mentioned it back in 2020 or 2021. That I had a dream that I turned on my PS5 and then I was downloading Ratchet Deadlocked on my thing, and then I got to play, and you see like the Insomniac screen and everything, and I was as Rivet playing the game, and it was very brief, and I was like, I woke up, I was like, damn, like I want to play this, I want to play this so bad, I want a remake, a remaster, whatever, bro. But we have it. We have it now. So let's get it.
Yes, I know. After HD went away, I had like a dream occasionally since I wasn't playing it, but that like an Ultra HD came out, and just I remember the graphics in the dreams looked amazing, but then of course you wake up and it's like, well, shit, it wasn't real.
Damn, I got this crappy PS2 running on fumes.
Dude, yeah, I know. I'm playing right now on my original fat PS2. I still had it.
The same one you had since you were in middle school, bro?
The same one.
That's crazy. I had two PS2 Slims. One is broken, and the other one, I mean, I guess it works, but I haven't tested it, so I don't know. But I still have them. I just don't touch them.
I gotcha. And honestly, Dizo is it's gonna be the way to play probably in the not too distant future. So I'm gonna have to hop over to that. So I actually haven't even tried it yet. It's just I'm waiting for like more features to be like fleshed out.
So you have all the custom maps on like a USB or something?
I do. Yes.
Okay, that's how it works then. Gotcha.
Yes. Let's see. All right, and you may have touched on this when what we were just talking about, but like, yeah, what draws you back to DL? Like when you take a break or you leave for a while, what brings you go, man, I'm gonna play some DL or DL? My voice cracked.
No, it's all good, bro. What brings me back? Dang, son. Well, definitely not glitching because I don't even know how to. I can't even do like the glitch that you freaking go on the Battle Dome Tower or whatever. Not the Serato Swamp Tower. I can't even do that when you walk backwards up on the thing.
Oh, dude, we have got to get in a glitch game.
Yeah. I definitely want to get back. I mean, I don't with DZO. I don't think I can do a vehicle glitch. I don't think there's a way to lag out unless I pause my internet connection or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see how we do that. And I know actually it was like 2 years ago, but Dan said if this was ever became a possibility, he'd probably add like a glitch game setting where we could do stuff like that.
Oh, that's sick.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
On the original server, it's like we would have like very short time when the Ethernet core was out to do whatever we wanted to do. He said he can actually extend that time by like 10, 20, 30, 40 seconds. So.
Oh,
could make for some crazy lag glitches.
Bro, I'm about to hop in like 3 different vehicles and just have them all line up and walk by themselves, bro. No, now we're talking about glitches. I'm gonna answer your question in a second, but one of my favorite glitches that I've done that I've never been able to replicate is when you kill a vehicle. Like I have a clip of it, and I killed a hover bike, no health, and it's swimming on its own, and I'm mounted on it, and it's just going.
Dude, that when you put that up, I think the first time I saw that you put up on Threads of Life 6, and I had never even seen that. Like I'm like, at first I was like, okay, fuse the vehicles. It's like fuse the hover bike, but then like it was actually lit up on your screen, and like if you that hover bike fell in the water, you would die too. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did that. I don't know how to do either. And I've messed around with stuff for a long time. It's like almost seems random. I did it one more time on the PS3, but I never
by chance.
Either.
It was all by chance. It wasn't like I think it's like a fraction of a second that you have to get out of the vehicle or something, but it works and it's possible. But yeah. But to answer your question, what brings me back is there would be times like for example, in 2018, I randomly came across the multiplayer lobby music, not the elevator music, but like that eerie like whistle music. Yes, and that just captivated me. Then I started experimenting with beats, like beat making with the Deadlocked samples. Mm-hmm. That's what got me like, damn, I wish I could play the game again. And then
awesome.
and it brought me back in 2020. Actually, what brought me into it was just the fact that we were all playing the game. But what brings me back now was definitely the music, because the music has been more inspirational to me than the game. Like I used to have to commute to the city to work, and I had to be on a train for an hour, and the whole time I was just listening to Deadlocked music that I slowed down and put some reverb on it. Like, yeah, like it's done a lot for me.
That is awesome. That DL music just hits different, and the fact that you're doing remixes with that. There's this guy. I'm not sure you've probably heard of him since you are really interested in DL music. Rim Stage. Are you familiar with that guy?
Rim Stage, no.
After this podcast, or just sometime after, I would recommend you Google Rim Stage or not Google, on YouTube, search him up. He makes some like crazy metal remixes of Deadlock tracks, and I've used them in my videos. They're really good. I
Really?
think you'll like them. Yes.
Does he play the game?
I don't think so, but he's probably more of like one of those single player players.
Gotcha.
But I think you would, since you really appreciate the music, I think you would really appreciate his work. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's I can send you a link to it after, actually, just so
Yeah,
you have
definitely
it.
do that. I just googled it right now. I don't see Rim Stage.
Try Rim Stage dash music, and there's the spaces between the dash. If you don't see it, I'll find it for you and send it
Oh,
after.
Rem Stage.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I think I found him. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, he does a lot. He does a lot of different music.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. Oh, I see Ratchet and Clank. This, that. I gotta
That's
find the
it.
specific ones, but I'll definitely check this out. That's crazy.
For sure. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll comment. What draws me back personally, yeah, it's just like, uh, definitely just the fact that people still play. It's like, I might want to catch up with people, or I might think like, back to the days of finding glitches, and it's like maybe I can go find a new glitch or something, or, like I know like Republic, he was kind of the montage king on the OG server, and he just made really incredible montages from a lot of people's points of view, and that just really inspired me to like want to make a montage whenever I hear a specific song. So like I know like the latest montage I dropped, Stratosphere, from band Starset. I listened to that song like 4 years ago, but I was just like, man, one day I'm gonna make a montage of this, and I did finally. So and
That's funny.
I actually have another montage in the make right now. It's gonna drop next month sometime, but it's gonna be really cool. I can't
Say
wait for it.
less.
Yep, that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, I'll be on my calendar. It's like, when is Chidori dropping this video?
Yep, look for middle of September, end of September.
Say less. Okay.
But let's see. All right, and this is one. This is really hard because I asked it to Badger Agent Moose and Death Will Die. We did a podcast with them, and I couldn't really think of a good answer on this. But how many hours do you think you've put into Deadlocked altogether? Glitch games, regular games, Discord conversations, etc.
So okay, so my favorite game right now, I mean, besides Deadlocked, like this DZO, is definitely Rainbow Six. So I have 4,000 hours in Rainbow Six, and I started playing it in
Jeez.
2018. I started playing in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So if I realistically put all the years I played Deadlocked and the nights of endless glitching and video editing and talking to people, I'd say multiply that by 7. So 2,800 hours, I would say 28,000 hours.
28,000. Oh man.
Yeah, I'd
I
say it's my
think
most played video game.
let's see what that is doing some math. So 28,000. We'll go
How
ahead
many
and divide.
days?
Yes. Wait, what was that?
I said how many days?
Yeah, let me figure that out. Let's see. So 28 divided by 24. That's 1166 days. So
Eleven hundred and 66 days.
that's
That's like
under 4 years.
that feels like it's about right.
Yeah, I agree. I think I've put about honestly the same amount, if not maybe a little bit more than you.
Yeah, no, I could see that. I think from 2005, since I played at my friend's apartment, to 2009 and maybe 2010. I don't think I played. I was in 8th grade in 2010. I don't think I played Deadlock then. But I think in those 4 years was definitely the most of it. The HD was, I think it was a decent amount.
Hmm.
But yeah,
I believe it.
yep,
I mean, like a lot of people, yeah, I think um, Badger, Moose, and Death Will Die, it was definitely, I think, at the or low 10,000s. I had to recheck. But yeah, I mean, this game's so fun for different reasons. It's just addicting.
yeah.
All right, let's see. We went over most of the main questions. Let me see what else I may have missed. Let me get to your you had some questions for me, actually. I'll get to those for right now. And it's the ones you sent me in Discord today. I'll go ahead and go over each of them. So you asked, what do you think the online community needs to do to keep growing? And there's several answers to this. I think we need more content creators. We need to
Okay.
inform more older players about the server. So I know, like there were a few people you said you were thinking about reaching out to or had reached out to at one point. Maybe just ping them again if you feel like you want to do that. Definitely advertise Dezo to the Ratchet and Clank community, whether that's like through social media like Reddit
Yeah, I was
or
gonna
like
say
other
Reddit.
Discord servers. Yeah, because like
Hmm.
the Ratchet and Clank subreddit, I think has like 40,000 members on it, and I do post my videos there, and that's how I get probably half my views. So that's
Oh,
somewhere we could start off.
I
Yeah.
think if you go to like if you type in Ratchet Deadlocked OST and just click on any of them, you'll see like relative comments, like recent comments of people talking about how, oh, this was the best Deadlocked. I think there was one person that I told like, oh, I'm playing the game right now with my friends, and he's like, how? And then I gave him the link and he joined. I don't know, I forgot
Oh,
what his name
sick.
was, but yeah, like I've recruited like at least two people like that. But
That is awesome.
yeah,
Yeah. That's something to do just to find people who are actively playing. And I know, like on Twitch, I'll see like people playing occasionally. That's usually single player, but I'm sure a lot of them would be interested in multiplayer.
yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, and then, like I mentioned, like with social media, we need to get Horizon established across social media, whether that's like TikToks, uh, sign up for Threads, and that's newer, and maybe have a uh, Reddit page. I know like there's an old Facebook group. I actually messaged. Do you remember a player named Blind Falcon?
That sounds familiar, but I don't
Yeah,
remember speaking to him.
he was an OG cycler. He was pretty good. But I think it was part of this DL Facebook group, and I'm trying to get back into it. There was like 100 people in there, and a lot of them are probably people that either don't know about the server or just haven't talked to in a while. So gonna try and do that.
You still have your Facebook account?
I do, yes.
The same one? Okay, so I think if I reactivated my Facebook, I might be able to go into that too.
Well, that sounds good. Yeah, because were you in that Facebook group?
Yeah, I was in the group. Um,
Okay.
I think I invited Jake, P3rvy Sage to it.
Yes, I think he was in it at one point, or he could still be in it. I'm not sure. But yeah, the most important thing to me about kind of growing the community is we need to have like a community, that works for casual players and competitive players. I know like DL has had a long history of toxicity. Honestly, any gaming community
Yeah,
does.
yeah, 100%,
It's
man.
yeah, and it's like with people who are joining, we just you want to be welcoming, assist with questions. Um, I know there are lines to draw. Like I know with like Thunder Hunter, he gets mad over squats. I mean, I don't know what to really do about that. Uh, but I mean, that's kind of like all right, man, like that's toxic if you're gonna be mad about something in the game. But other than that, just you need to be able to welcome players who are coming in and not piss them off and make them feel like they're a
Hmm.
part of their community. But yeah, there are still challenges like people like Thunder Hunter, and I'm sorry, Thunder, if you see this or hear this, but that is legit my thought. I just think it's kind of ridiculous. Um, but going on to your next question, see, what do you think the game will be like in the next few years or so? And I think a few years down the road, I think Dezo will be fully fleshed out. We'll have a few more game modes, several new custom maps. I mean, like Dan Lilly dropped that one that he was experimenting with today that looked amazing from a different game. Uh, I'm sure we'll have like another developer or two. Definitely custom skins are going to come eventually.
Yes, I
And
want
something,
that.
yes, and something that Dan talked about, it was a few months ago, but I think he'll get to it. It's an advanced bot system. And it's like, can you imagine playing, like, if no one's on DL, you can get 9 bots to play with you, like a CTF with you on DL. It's kind of,
Oh.
yeah, that's because like UIA already has some type of an advanced bot or more advanced bot, but we don't have
Yeah,
that for
bro.
DL.
In the training mode, I get my ass handed to me by the bots. Like that's pretty good.
I don't know anything about the UIA bots, but I've heard like there's people who get that godlike role, I believe, for challenging the bot, so it must be a difficult match. I'm not sure. I don't play UIA, so.
Oh no, I didn't talk. I mean, I didn't even know UIA had bots. I'm talking
Oh,
about
you're
the
talking about
training and
the
the King of
training
the Hill
bots.
training. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Dan did a really good job with those. Um,
Wait, really quick, just a real quick question.
yeah.
Does UIA have a DZO client or something like that?
I don't think so. I think they recently moved over to DL's infrastructure. But I think that if like Dan or one of the like 4Bolt or Death by DBS get the motivation, they might actually work on a client. I'm not too sure, honestly.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but since Dan is passionate about DL, he took the time to make the DZO client.
Yep.
So let's see.
I support
Me too. It looks amazing.
it.
Let's see. Your next question was, do you think people will still be playing beyond the 20th anniversary of the game in 2025? And my answer is yes. I think
Yep.
probably, honestly, for at least as long as we live, there's probably at least occasionally going to be one or two or three people who will play at least weekly or monthly. I mean, it'll be pretty dead maybe unless we really pick up, bringing people in and the updates keep coming. But yeah, I feel like at every point that I've hopped back on, there's always at least 1 to 3, 4, 5 people playing, at least on a weekly or even like a bi-monthly basis.
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Were
Look
there
at your
were there
next.
more people? I feel like there were more people when it was first revived in 2020.
Yeah, there was probably, I know at least for the first, yeah, towards the end of 2020, you probably had like 15, 20 active people at the time. And then it slowed down a little bit in 21. But it picks up kind of at random times. Like I've noticed that throughout DL's history. It's like there's periods where either no one plays or you have a few people playing every few weeks. And then there's times where like you have 10, 20 people getting on for certain
Yeah, two
events,
lobbies.
etc. Yes, like I mean literally I think like 2 weeks ago we had I think 17 people on. That was the most in a long time.
Wow.
And Mako just commented that Dizo is what got me to come back. And yeah, see like uh,
Amazing.
just to fleshing Dizo out and getting that out there to people who are interested in this stuff, I think is definitely going to bring people to the game. And let's see, Bubblegum. I've seen all the new casuals joining. It legit feels like every month the community gets stronger. 2025 will be lit, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, if we can maintain this and like the competitive players also stay, yeah, I could see DL maintaining like 20, 30 people over the long run. But just knowing the history, I mean, I'm not saying this to discourage. Yeah, there's just hype periods, and then there's usually like a drop off for like 6 months, and then it kind of repeats. But we'll see.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
On
the
a quick
Dizo
side
announcement
note,
definitely. Yeah, go ahead.
I think the Rift Apart came out for Steam or like our PC players, right?
It did, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of PC people that probably really love Ratchet and Clank games, including
Absolutely.
Deadlocked.
So yeah,
So I mean,
we just
if we
gotta
find them on
have
the
a
Reddit or
little,
something, yeah,
get the word out campaign, and we can actually discuss that like in the Sweats Discord or wherever, and
yeah.
just get that ball rolling. Let's see. And then you asked, do you remember much about Deadlocked HD days and what inspired Insomniac to port the game to the PS3? And I do. HD lasted from 2013 to 2018. It actually wasn't even a full 5 years. I think it was June of 2013 to February of 2018. It was very short lived. I was most active in 2013 when most people were. I still got on occasionally, but I was in college during that time, and I just kind of
Hmm.
dipped off a lot more. Stayed away for a few months sometimes. Um, but yeah, God, I know we talked about it earlier, but that port was just awful. I mean, like you couldn't play Juggernaut. It was 6 player lobbies max. Uh, the hover bike was broken. I remember there were so many things that were broken that really, and then like And the popular little GIF of like Ratchet going, "We'll see," and it's like you can literally like see
In
his
his
face falling
face?
apart. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
that
that.
game was that port was so badly done, and it even came like a year later than it was supposed to. It was originally supposed to come, I think, in the fall of 2012 when the original 3 games got released for the anniversary. But yeah, it was just terrible.
Oh,
But I do
wow.
enjoy some of the glitches that came with it. Like I mentioned earlier, probably my favorite glitch of all time is giant Landstalker plasma mortars exploding. That was only doable on HD, but yeah,
This is the Super Saiyan thing you're talking about?
yeah, the Super Saiyan glitch is
Yeah.
what we call it. Let's see. And then you asked, what was one of your biggest rivalries slash beefs with anyone if you had one? Definitely in the early days, Defy Logic, hands down. It's like I had like a love hate relationship with Defy Logic. Like I really admired the glitches they were finding. Like they were really incredible. But also there's that the jealous part of me. It's like hey, I want to be the top dog. And it's like
Yeah.
you're finding all this good shit. Like how am I supposed to top you? And it's like when they keep putting stuff out, it's like man, like how am I gonna beat this? But yeah, Defy Logic was my first, I guess you could say, competitive rival, and I guess me and you kind of rivaled them with Threads of Life, and then teaming up with Zedoburro occasionally.
Yeah.
Um, and then this wasn't really a rival. I can't even speak
Yeah,
rivalry,
I got you.
but I know just like as I've gotten better with cycling over the years, I always kind of put myself up against like Republic, Skills, Reflex, and then on PS3, Devin 982. Um, just to, I guess because they were like the best for their time or one of the best players. So I always kind of put myself against them to compare for like a rivalry, but it was nothing too serious.
Okay. I feel you.
Yeah. And then let's see. Has Deadlocked as a video game or community inspired you in any way in real life? And it has actually. So we've talked a lot about glitching in this. So Deadlock really got me into finding bugs, and right now I'm a software test engineer,
Oh, let's
and
go.
my main task is really to find bugs, and that was one of the things that stood out to me on the job application as a software test engineer. I do a little bit of development, but the testing is what I really like. So
Got you. That's
yeah,
amazing. Do you
yeah.
code?
I used
Like,
to a lot more when I was in
hmm
college and a few years after. I write scripts occasionally, but it's nothing like fancy. I don't code too much.
Okay, got you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
very
What's
nice. Did
yeah?
you tell them? Did you tell them like, yo, I'm the best glitcher in this game? Put on the
Okay,
resume.
I did not for this interview, but you know what's hilarious? I did reference DL not specifically, but like things I did with it in one job interview as I tried out for a position, and I actually got the job at first.
Wow, let's go.
Yeah,
I mean, you got bug testing this right there, right here and there.
yeah.
I got a whole proof of it.
I'm not even kidding. I literally said that I've been bug testing on this game. I think at the time it was 8 years, and I had found at least 1,300 glitches on it. So,
Sounds about right.
yep. And they were actually really impressed with that. I'm just like, yeah. So,
I can show you
but
right now.
I know. I of course didn't say what the game was, but
hmm
I said I played the game, or a game. But yeah, speaking of occupations, what are you doing nowadays?
I am I well I Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I went to school for computer science for coding, but in the classes I was in, everyone was so far beyond superior. They knew, like, I started with Java, but
Mm-hmm.
everybody else knew Java since they were since we were playing Deadlocked, you know what I mean? Like, since they
Yeah.
were
Yep.
kids. So I was just starting and I felt so out of place. I changed my majors. I went to Europe for like 6 months, studied the communications languages. So right now I work in communication and administration for a digital bank, and I help with Spanish
Cool.
translation. Sometimes if someone needs to speak a little French or Creole, I'll try.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty much just data entry. Like, yeah, I just work in a digital bank, and on the side, I'm a day trader for the stock market,
Nice.
and I don't make money off of making music, but I make music too.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've seen some of the tracks you've been dropping. They're fire, man.
Thank you, bro. I mean, I'm. Oh, here's one thing. In 2018, when I told you that I started listening to the Deadlock music and it inspired me, ever
Hmm.
since in that time of my life, I was actually starting to make an anime. And I mean, I say make an anime. I haven't animated anything, but I have so much artwork, so much music for it that I hope I bring it to life one day because it's literally what I've been doing. So that's definitely Deadlocked is it's like if I could put it into seasons, there's like a whole season of Deadlocked inspired things that I hope I get to flesh out one day.
Dude, that is
But yeah,
insane. Yeah,
yeah,
I will
bro.
totally watch and support that.
Thank you, bro. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I know what you, yeah, with the CS major and all that. I know like for me, like I took the easy route with coding. There was another major, it's computer information systems, and then
No
some people might
CIS.
know it as management information systems,
Hmm.
yes. And it's like half computer science, half business. And like you, I do a little bit of day trading, not much, but I've gotten more out of it recently. But
Understandable.
so I've yeah, I've gotten some yeah,
Yeah.
I've gotten some management skills under my belt, but also with tech. Like I did a lot of web development, and then like you, I start with Java. Dude, I'll never forget when I saw like the first thing. I think the first thing was the Hello World, bundle
Yeah.
stack void main string array ARGS. I'll just never forget when I saw that. I'm like, what the fuck what have I done? Like this, I can't do this.
Yeah. No, I
But then
feel you.
this, and see, like there was actually a lot of people who felt the same, and I think like in the class I was in, I mean, you had probably half the people drop after the first week because I was like, I can't do this shit. But I just
Damn.
stuck out with it, and eventually, if you put the time and effort, you just get it a little bit more and more. But it's still, I mean, like it's still so many things in coding are foreign to me. I mean, it's hard.
I can't remember one line of code, and I started straight up computer science in freshman year, and then I changed my major in the end of my sophomore year. So going into junior year,
Hmm.
I restarted my college career, but I can't even remember one line of code. I remember int. That's it. Int and
Integer.
float.
Yeah, I remember float. Yep. Um, Well, on the topic of DL, I've really gone through my list of things I definitely wanted to ask you about and kind of discuss around, our history and threads of life. Is there anything else that you want to talk about story-wise, or do you have any more questions for me?
Um, I'll try to think of a question, but there's some things on the list I think we didn't talk about.
Yeah,
There's
what's up?
how did you come up with the name Threads of Life?
Oh my
And
God, yes, duh. I
honestly,
did miss that.
I'm pretty sure Threads of Life has something to do with music, but it's nothing that I liked. I think it was something I found on LimeWire, Threads of Life, and I was like,
LimeWire, oh
this is
my
gonna be my
God.
clan name,
That is
and that's it. And
hilarious.
that's as far as it goes there. But I just thought it sounded cool. I mean, like Threads of Life. I think
Yeah,
25 to Life gave me that idea actually. I think he's the one that
okay.
actually gave that to me, and I found it on LimeWire, like whatever he was talking about.
I
And there's
didn't know that.
also,
Man,
yeah, now you
yeah, go ahead.
know. There's you said talk about these players. We talked about Renji, we talked about Dax, Cheese Rules, Zedoburro. Now Cordy, I have no memory of Cordy, but I know the name.
Yeah, it's like Cordy, I think he had his YouTube account was Nuclear Ratchet. I'm not sure if you remember
That
that YouTube
sounds more
account,
familiar. I think I
but
see. Oh yeah, no, I actually no, I have not found a video of him.
yeah, I don't know what happened to him. And Mako says
Mako
he was
was
friends with
friends with
that
this
guy.
guy.
Yeah,
Wow.
I have no idea he kind of like Renji. I think in 2008 kind of fell off the face of the earth. I haven't heard
Damn.
from him since. But yeah, I remember uh, he was like kind of like an average player, and I just remember, but he would start a lot of drama with people. And I remember like, you remember that guy Rhino Mikey?
Rhino Mikey. No. No. That sounds so
Well, this
weird. Anyways,
I
yeah.
know, I know. Well, this guy, well, he was like an okay player, and I remember like they got into some beef or something, and he was like, "Hey, Chad, can you like record us 1v1ing?" And Corey's like, "Nah, bro, don't record it. I'll 1v1 you though." And I remember I still recorded it, and he was so pissed off at me that I posted it on YouTube. I mean, I'm sure I pissed a lot of people off over the years of like things I've recorded that they didn't want to see, like either getting owned or whatever. But yeah.
Oh, okay. So Cordy is one of the people on this list, and you don't think you actually reminded me who that was.
Hmm.
So there's Killer234. Now this is a name that I feel like it reminds me of something, like something big, but I don't remember who this person is.
I got that name from a Threads of Life credits video. He was in our clan at one point, but I just have no memory
Oh,
of him at
I
all.
think he might
And
have been like a newbie kind of, player.
okay,
Yeah.
yep, the gup that never made the spotlight.
Yeah. He was just there in the credits just
That's
'cause.
hilarious.
Yeah. Mr.
Just
Snowman
cause.
7 you also put on this list. And I see that
Yes, do you
name. I
remember
see that
him?
name everywhere, but I have no memory of this guy.
He like was in Threads of Life briefly, but he joined Glitchbusters after. But we were good friends, and I've actually met him IRL. He lives
Oh,
up
very
in
nice.
Philly,
Oh,
so
very
he's not too
nice.
far from
Okay.
you.
Okay, so glad he's doing well.
Yeah, but yeah, he was. We did a lot of glitches together in '08 and '09. And Mako here, I still remember Cordy saying he's I'm a
I'm a
legit
legit
7.
7.
Dude, yeah, right. Like I bet Cordy couldn't even break a 5 to BH. I remember he was just average.
I think
So
the highest rank I got to, like playing competitively, was an 8, but I lost it so fast. I remember getting right back to 5 in like within a few games.
wow. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
the highest I've gotten, and I did get 7 on my account, JKK. Very brief
Oh,
though. It was
that's
like
who you are, JK. I remember J and then the
yes.
capital K and then another K. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just bring up some of my old account names. JKK. I was Black Renegade at one point.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
then yes, and then like you mentioned in the very early part of this podcast, Riker 580. That
Mhm.
was my first account. I also made an account between Chidori and Riker 580, which was Real Player.
I feel like I
And I
remember
made
that.
one. Yes, instead of an A, there was an at symbol. And then I know there was a BM clan. It stood for Blood Mafia. I joined that as the BM Brawler. I'm not sure if you remember that.
No, I don't have no memory of BM Brawler or the
Y-
BM Mafia.
Yeah, the Blood Mafia. It's hilarious. But
Okay, yeah,
yeah, those are my old names, or some of them.
gotcha.
And like, yeah, I wanted Chidori, the OG Chidori, but of course it was taken. And I obviously got that from Naruto. Loved anime at the time. And
Yeah,
I changed my name on the PS3 to Cycler, and I
I was
just
gonna say
remember,
that.
yeah, it's like people, still call me Chid all the time. They just kept
Chid.
calling me Chid. And so when the revival came up, I'm like, I'm just gonna adopt Chidori again. So that's what I did.
Yeah, gotcha. Cycler DL.
Yes, had that for a few years.
I think
What
I
was
still
there?
have Saliva DL as a PSN username.
Really? I
Yeah,
didn't
that
know that.
I made an account just so people knew who I was in the HG days, but I never touched it after I stopped playing. But I think I had that
Gotcha.
account is somewhere out there. I see you have Fire here. We talked about Fire. I don't remember him, but he was in Threads of Life. Fender Tail, that's my
Yes.
buddy Kyle.
You still
Couch
talk to
Potato.
Kyle?
I reached out to him when the revival came out, and he was like, "I'll think about it," but I think he's just like, you know, deep in adulting.
Busy with
I don't
life.
even yeah, he's not playing video games. But I don't know. I mean, if he has, I think if he has a PC, I would just tell him like DZO, bro, just download it, just give it a shot.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
The Couch
Let's see.
Potato, yeah, we talked about him. Dash Saliva
Talk.
Dash, yeah, we.
That is
I
hilarious.
hope
Remember
he's doing
Dash
well, bro.
Saliva? I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Emo Asian. Yes, the homie Zachary. I remember him. We talked about him before, but I remember he stopped playing and he had a YouTube channel and he eventually he posted like real life videos and I told him like,
Hmm.
"Bro, where you at? Like, what happened?" And he just said, "Yeah, I'm not playing Deadlocked anymore." Like, yeah, he just wasn't about it anymore.
Gotcha. Yeah, I
Remember a guy
remember.
named Gunner? Yeah, I remember Gunner.
Oh yeah, Gunner was probably one of my best buddies in 2008. He joined Glitchbusters. He was actually one of the original members to join, and he stuck around, and I think until the spring of 2009, and then he dipped off. We also played RuneScape together occasionally. But Gunner was into skateboarding a lot, and I think he's from Baltimore in Maryland, and I think he still lives there, but I have not talked to him probably in like 5 years, I'd say. Like he doesn't have like a Facebook or Instagram, etc. So I'm not sure what happened to
Okay.
him.
I hope he's doing all right.
Me too.
You have
And then
Defy Logic.
Defy Logic. Yeah, that's kind of a broad topic.
Oh, okay. So this isn't a person. It's just the players of Defy Logic. I don't even know
Yes.
who they are. Is that Death Will Die and his brother, the agent?
Yeah, Agent Moose, Death Will Die,
Right.
Infinite Dragon,
Right.
F-16 Charger, he had Switchfoot, Star Killer, all those guys.
Do you remember Baby Dwagon?
I do. I do remember Baby Dwagon.
Yeah, Baby Dwagon. Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
guy,
forgot what happened to him.
yeah, I know he hung out with a lot with Meta Ratchet and Omega 3 and he'd he'd bully some people a lot, but that was a lot of us. So,
Yeah, the average Deadlock player.
yes. So let's see, was there anything I overlooked on that list?
Um, your first memory of me? Well, actually, what I have here is when we were doing glitches in Serathos, and it was like 3 in the morning, and we were with Cold Viper, and we were just bullying him because he couldn't chord pull like correctly, and he started stuttering, and he's like, I can't port call, and I don't know, we were just dying
Ford
because he
Pool?
he said poured culling. We were just crying just dying in tears of laughter because of
Oh
just
my
how he
God.
said it. I just remember
Now
him
that
like
you
not
mention
moving
that,
his controller and just standing still in shame.
oh my God. Yeah, now that you mention that, I think I remember that. And I actually think that was later on, like in 2008, because I didn't know Coal Viper uh until later, late 2008. Because I think the first time we ever talked is we talked about it earlier is when I commented on your video on Hell's Glitches about joining Threads of Life.
He was somebody he had played Deadlock before, but he had a different account. It wasn't Cold Viper.
Um, hmm. I
Yeah.
remember he had the A team, but that's it. That's all I can remember.
Oh. Yeah,
But
I
I
don't
remember
remember
there
how
was
he
a Blue
joined, but I remember
Viper.
he became like, oh yeah, I remember Blue Viper.
Yeah.
I think it was after Dax and Renji left. I think then Cold Viper came in and he was like both of them in essence.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't recall that. Like I remember maybe like him struggling with the cord pulling, but I don't remember him coming into Threads of Life, at least like Raptor, Dax, and Renji. I could be wrong. That's just my memory.
Yeah, no, he did. He came at some point. He was just like the third. But
Yeah, I'm not
yeah,
sure. Well, do you have any other stories you have written down? Do you want to
let me see. I'm
tell the
scrolling. There's
podcast?
so much. There's so much here. I think
I
we
know,
talked about everything. Just sidetracked and everything.
right? I'm going through my list too, just to be sure there's nothing else. Yeah, I'm pretty much all empty on my end.
Oh, yeah. There is a story. Here's the thing though. This isn't like I don't know if this is true. About you remember I told you about the clan that I was with before I started like really glitching and making montages and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, the clan, I'm pretty sure I talked to them. Wow, okay, yeah, now that I saw this, it's bringing back so many talking points. So there was a time where I would upload videos to YouTube, like real life videos of stunts and everything. And I remember, I don't know if I had this on a public video, but I remember it was me and a bunch of friends. We were just like, we were really dumb kids. I just remember we were doing stunts in the pool, and we would be flashing the camera. And I think I uploaded this to YouTube, but I don't know if this is like, if it was a public video or if it was just something stupid that we did. But I feel like this group of people saw them and were just like, bro, what are you doing? And they talked me out of like getting this off of the internet. and
I
I.
actually remember that video. That's a
Okay, so
very small.
this is true. This is real. This is my memory
Yes.
is not
And,
okay.
I was just gonna say the one thing that pops in my mind when you mentioned the pool. I remember you like doing a backflip and throwing like a ball or something. That's the only memory I have of
Oh,
that.
that's a
That's it.
video. Yeah, that's I think I have this video called "Fools on Crack," and that's us making a
Yes,
bunch of.
that was the name of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Just talking about IRL stuff. Like, yeah, definitely. Like I mentioned way earlier in the podcast, I uploaded like at one time a picture of myself to my YouTube channel. And I just remember, of course, kids are just roasting each other, and it's like I was getting roasted like crazy. I'm like, God damn, why did I do this? And so I just removed it immediately. And then I think like a year later, this is hilarious. I can't remember. I can't believe I remember this. Like I was like so proud of Glitchbusters. This is like I guess in late 2008, but like I posted a video showing like the top 10 members of like an IRL of Glitchbusters on my YouTube channel.
Bruh.
And like some of the pictures were just so cringy.
Bruh.
Like I just thinking about like I'm not even kidding. I think in one of the pictures that showcased me, I had my shirt off. And I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like
Just
I think
flexed.
like 2 days later I removed the video
Yeah.
because I was just too embarrassed. And I saw the comments. I'm like, oh god damn it, why did I do that? Why did I think this was a good idea? But yeah, we all had those embarrassing videos we made of each other. So
Luckily that YouTube was young, you know what I mean?
right.
You can get away with a lot back then than now.
Yeah, you sure can.
Yeah. I have all these videos. I'm gonna send it to you. I have a little
Absolutely,
archive, a
yeah.
little RAR file.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll definitely get it after the podcast. Is there anything else that you had, or are we gonna start wrapping it up?
Oh, yeah, I'm scrolling. I think we covered everything. I mean, I can't come up with another question.
Okay. Well, I know, dude, I really enjoyed talking to you. Like you said in the very beginning, this was long overdue. It's like we should have done this years ago,
Yeah.
just to kind of like just talk about our history, catch up, etc. Um, But definitely, if other things pop up, I would definitely like to maybe bring you into like a group chat sometime or a group little convo, and we can all discuss things, just
Oh,
if
now
things
you
pop
did
up.
remind me of something.
What's up?
I think there was a time where you were meeting people IRL, and I think you contacted me. Either you were in New York or you wanted to come to New York, and I just couldn't do it.
Yes.
Did that happen?
So it did. I think it
Right.
was, yeah, 2018 or 20. Yeah, it was 2018. I had I did a road trip to New England. I stayed with a guy up in Massachusetts, and then I was going to be in New York City for just 1 or 2 days, and that's why I was like, hey, if you're free, I can meet you out for lunch
Damn.
somewhere. And yeah, I know, but hey, I mean, like, I have a cousin who's in New York right now. She is getting a degree, and I might visit her next year, so that might be a possibility down the road of us meeting up IRL again, or
Damn,
for the
bro.
first time.
I know we were supposed to wrap this up, but I had so many little things that just popped up.
Yeah, not
I
keep it
just
rolling. Let's
Yeah,
go.
one thing I do remember, this is a random thing, like we weren't talking, there wasn't like anything connecting us. But I did have a dream that I was an alien or something. I was in like the Ratchet spaceship, and I didn't touch the game. I didn't think about the game, and I just landed. I fell out of the ship. I landed in your backyard, and you were just like, "Hey, Saliva," like that one memory just sparked in my head, and I'm like,
That is
"Chidori," like in my
hilarious.
old little kid self, "Chidori," like, yeah, no,
Oh my
that's funny that you
God.
reminded me of that.
You
And oh,
landed
I remember
in
you. I was like, "Yo,
Alabama.
look at this thing I'm doing." You were like building some sort of code or game or something, and I didn't know what I was looking at, but I remember that's how it ended.
That is wild. Oh my God, man. Yeah, dreams are wild. I know I have had some like ridiculously crazy dreams, and I'm sure you've been in them regarding DL at some point.
What up, bro?
Dropping in from space. What up, bro?
Yeah, what up, bro? That's cool, man. I
Landed in
mean, yeah, if you're
Alabama.
ever in New York or I don't know, I mean, are you still in Alabama?
I am. Yeah, I'm in the northern part of Alabama right
Oh,
now.
okay,
There's
okay.
yeah, it's I live on the outskirts of a city called Huntsville. They've started. It's it just became the largest city in Alabama. Actually, it's starting to really grow. They almost moved Space Command from Denver to Alabama, to that city
Really?
actually. Yes, they decided not to. Just political
Oh,
football
okay.
going on. But
Ah, I see, I see.
yeah, but yeah, other than that, things have been going good over here. But yeah, like I said, I will probably visit one of my cousins in New York City next year, so we might be able to meet up.
Yeah, bro, I'm all for it, bro. That's also something long overdue.
Absolutely. Well, all right, man. Are you ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, man. I think that's pretty much it.
All right, bud. Well, I really appreciate talking to you and your
Yeah,
time.
it's been fun, bro.
It has. All right, man. Take it easy.
Take it easy, man. Be safe. Be well.
You too.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.